Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a beautiful morning here at the Biomass Oval. It is the grand finals of the MCA T20i Tri Series of 2025. Three nations heading into this tournament, the host Malaysia, Hong Kong, China, and Bahrain. As it boils down, it is Bahrain taking on Hong Kong, China in the grand finals. Well, without further ado, we've got Amin down in the center with the two captains. We'll head straight to him for the toss, and we'll come back to you with the points table, and we'll figure stuff out. I mean, it's over to you with the toss.
Hey, good morning and a warm welcome to BAYUEMAS Oval. What a day today. It's a big finals between Bahrain and Hong Kong, China. This is a toss time. On my left, match referee Mr. Ramni and Yasim, the captain of Hong Kong, China, and Ahmer, Bahrain's captain. And Ahmer will be tossing the coin and match referee passing the coin to him. The call will be made by Hong Kong's captain. Toss. Tail. Tails is the call. Hong Kong wins the toss. Let's have a few words with Yasim. Hi Yasim, salam alaikum. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm very good. And what a big day. You have been playing consistent cricket all over the series and today you are in finals. What's your feeling?
Yeah, it's a final game, so as you know, wherever you play final, it's a pressure game. Whoever whoever hold the pressure.
And you all these series you play first batting and second batting, chasing everything. What is your plan for the finals?
We will have a bat first.
Bat first.
Yeah.
So any plans behind that? What is the score in your mind?
Anything 150, around 150 could be a good score in this wicket. So basically, reason why we're having a bat first is looks like a dry pitch. As we all know, there is no game yesterday. Groundman done a great job with the pitch, so we want to take a full advantage of first 6 overs.
Very positive. Wishing you very good luck. You've been playing very good in this series. One more time.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Hi Ahmed. Salam alaikum. How are you doing today?
Alhamdulillah.
And again, what a great performance all this series, and you've been very, very consistent. What is your game plan? They said they're batting first. What is your game plan?
Our game plan is that we're trying to put minimum score them and restrict them 120 to 130. Will be a good score for the chasing.
And any changes in your team?
No, we have a same 11.
Same level. And your fast bowlers are doing good, spinners are doing good. And what is the secret behind that? Any special things?
They are training hard. They know the limits, so they are trying to do one thing. That's our they knows the channel, they knows the bowling, they know the length. So that's why we improve our bowling as day.
Any special preparations for the finals or the same?
No, we just have a plane and we just thought that there's a ranking match for us, not the final.
Thank you so much. Wish you very good luck for the finals.
Thank you.
Thank you. And here from the BAYUEMAS Oval, center of the wicket, and we are joining you from the com box. Thank you so much.
Also, there we have it. Hong Kong, China winning the toss and following suit like they have in previous games and electing to bat first here in the grand finals of the MCA T20i Tri Series of 2025. Umpire Kalidas just ensuring everything is ready. Starting off with just the one slip in place. It is Ali Dawood for Bahrain with the new ball. With that, I'd like to welcome into the com box my partner Aryan.
Yeah, very, very warm welcome to everyone here. Ali Dawood, first delivery right on the money. Yeah, I think as we saw earlier in the toss, I think it's a good toss to win. Hong Kong, China electing to bat first. And I think runs on the board in the final would definitely be very, very good. Zishan has been the more aggressive of the two opening batters so far in this tournament for Hong Kong. There we go, straight away, looking to go big. Zishan Ali not wasting much time here. Robert, what do you have to say about the decision at the toss, winning the toss and batting first on a wicket that has some grass on it, but the grass has certainly reduced over the few games that have been played on this wicket.
Yeah, I think Hong Kong China have a very set game plan in the way they want to approach their cricket, and no different to this big final that they're here competing against Bahrain. You saw in the previous delivery the intentions very clear from these two batters, Sanchaman Rat and Zishan Ali. They've come good for Hong Kong China, so they'll be looking to get off to a good start here inside the power play. Bahrain will be hoping to pick up early wickets, just take this top order back from Hong Kong China. We have seen that if Hong Kong China, the top order, two, three of them get going, they usually get to a pretty big total.
Ali Dawood right on the money in the 3 or 4 deliveries that he's bowled so far, not giving any room to the batters. Yeah,
The other thing that these two sides will have seen a fair bit of each other. Their last encounter in this tournament turned out they had to go to a super over, which Hong Kong China won in the end. So we've seen quite a bit of each other. They'll know what to expect from Ali Dawood. This is a swing across the line. You were right that Ali Dawood's been on the money so far in the first over.
Yeah, I think it's been a really, really good over here, and this among the best of the deliveries so far. Just a hint of away shape from the pitch. I think, and yeah, he did go across the line there. He loves to pepper that mid wicket area, as we've already seen throughout this tournament. Zishan Ali.
5 dot balls. Can he finish off with another one and present Bahrain with a maiden? This one's pulled over mid wicket. It's Hoyt, in fact, over mid wicket. Replica of the previous attempt. This time gets full connection and finishes off with a boundary. Zishan Ali off the mark. So Hong Kong China 4 without loss after the first over.
Yeah, I think just slightly shorter here, and he was just waiting for it. Was Zishan Ali, and made sure that the over would not be a maiden. So boundary of the last delivery, Hong Kong China 4 for no loss after 1.
So Imran Javed, who's partnering with Ali Dawood, will be bowling the second over. Well, we've seen so far from Bahrain that their medium pacers and fast bowlers are able to pick up early wickets. They'll want to do that, having been put in the field by Hong Kong China. We're looking to get off to a good start in the power play.
It's going to be Imran Javed to
Shape
start
there.
off. Close to the wide line there, but the umpire says he was just inside. Short ball pulled away in the gap, and that's a boundary. So Anshuman Rath off the mark with the boundary. Imran Javed is just slightly short, and he was waiting for it there.
Oh yeah, the length just back of from Imran Javed. Anshuman Rath has been in fine touch. He's not going to miss out on that one. Clubs that in front of mid wicket for a boundary. So both these batters getting off the mark with boundaries, always a good sign early on in the innings. You can find that boundary. Bit of shape there from Imran Javed, bit fuller also in length. So far, there's been enough for the bowlers to be excited and also the batters. It's coming onto the bat nicely. There is a bit of shape and movement in the air. So it'll keep the bowlers interested. This is full, hit straight to mid off. He'll pick up a quick single.
It was a good drive there, but slight misfill there. Wouldn't be a run out anyways, as the batters had made it in. Talking about some shape in the air, I think the conditions permit that. Slightly overcast conditions for the first time in this tournament. We've always had bright and sunny mornings here at Biomass Oval. But today, slightly overcast, and maybe this could be ominous signs because Bahrain pose a heap of fast bowlers, four of them to be precise. These conditions might just aid them. Once again, looking to go through that leg side. Once again, no connection. Imran Javed just getting a hint of shape away from the right hander.
Yeah, I think what he did good was he kept the line away from the hitting arc of Zishan Ali, who's looking to go downtown.
Oh, it's a
This
leading
one's
edge,
off.
and this third man on the boundary has taken it. That is a very good catch there down at the third man boundary. Zishan Ali was looking to go leg side on most of the deliveries. Imran Javed being very, very smart in keeping it out of the reach of the batter and has yielded an early wicket here for Bahrain.
This is smart bowling from Imran Javed. On the previous delivery, he already was aware of what the intentions of Zishan Ali was. Follows it up with another one close to that wide line. Zishan Ali chases it in the end, just spooning it to deep third. Bahrain have struck in the second over. Hong Kong, China are 9 for 1. Nizakat Khan, the new batter for Hong Kong, China, is at the non-strikers end. And if you're Bahrain, you're not too worried about losing the toss. As we mentioned in the previous over, overhead conditions, slightly overcast. When we started the day, it was pretty cloudy with heavy clouds. They've moved on. Still a bit overcast though. Ali Dawood back on the money as he's been so far in the first over, picking up where he left off.
Yes, we can have a look at the clouds there. Slightly overcast still. The sun is trying to make its way out, but the clouds are not allowing it to. As you can see, the pitch also slightly grassy as compared to the other one. Interesting decision at the toss. As you said, that's the template they've been following. Quick single taken here.
I think Bahrain will be pretty happy with the by losing the toss. As you mentioned, they've got four seamers, Rizwan Butt and Imran Khan as well to come in. And they'll be looking to make use of these early conditions. It's been bright, sunny days for most of this tournament, and then on the finals, we have a bit of cloud cover, just making things all that more interesting. And if that wasn't enough, these two sides going into a super over in their previous encounter. So all the makings of a wonderful final. This one's into the pads of Nizakat Khan. He works it away, gets off the mark with that single. That man's going to have a very important role to play. The man who just fielded that ball, Abdul Majid Abbasi, who's been very miserly with his spells. He hasn't given away too many runs. And with Hong Kong, China winning the toss and choosing to bat first, his 4 overs are going to account for quite a lot.
Yeah, I think just adding some extra spice there, the overcast conditions. And the last time these two sides met, went to a super over. And talking about the left arm spin of Abdul Majid Abbasi, he's been very, very economical, as you've mentioned. He's also taken quite a few wickets at important junctures, which is why Hong Kong, I mean, or rather Bahrain, find themselves in the final.
Speaking of Bahrain, they've played very good cricket throughout this tournament. Um, going through quite a bit of changes in the previous tournament, which they played in Hong Kong, China, and they struggled a bit there, but they've regrouped, regathered, reassessed their squad, find themselves in the final of the Malaysia T20i Tri Series, having beaten both Malaysia and Hong Kong in the group stage, or rather the round robin stage of this tournament. They play each team twice. And that encounter, the most recent encounter against Hong Kong, China, going down to the wire. So they will be looking to do one better than that here today.
And go straight down the ground. Not the best of timing, but he's still going to get a boundary thanks to this very, very quick outfield here at the Biomass Oval and the pace of the bowler Ali Dawood. So what is turning out to be a good over has certainly gone back to the balance now.
So this is nothing but just checking his shot, the perfection of the placement there, getting him the 4 runs. Nizakat Khan looking good. After 3 overs, Hong Kong, China are 16 for 1. Shot wide, cut away, but not quite off the middle. They're going through for a quick single, needs a direct hit. Well, Anshuman Rath had to rush there to make his ground.
Tell you
Fielding
what,
from Bahrain.
That was a very, very close call there. I think he was a goner if there was a direct hit there. Ooh, very, very close. The umpire there looking very, very keenly at that. Lucky for him, didn't have to make a decision there.
Yeah, the umpire was in great position, moved very quickly. I was in just the right spot to be able to judge that. Fortunately for Bahrain, didn't hit the stumps. Fortunately for Hong Kong, China, they complete the single. So after 3.1 overs, this game is on a knife's edge. Hits off the outside edge of the bat. The finger goes up. Imran Javed celebrates like he's just summited Mount Everest. And it is the important wicket of Nizakat Khan.
It's a beautiful delivery once again. Just a hint of shape away from the left hander, asking the batter to drive. I think he didn't move his feet, and that was his undoing. Good catch there behind the stumps by the wicketkeeper Prashant as well. So that is an excellent, excellent start here for Bahrain after being put in to bowl after the skipper did not win the toss. Hong Kong, China 17 for 2.
Well, it's Babar Hayat walking out to the middle. 2 quick wickets, both of the left-handers, both of the bowling of Imran Javed. Similar deliveries to both the left-handers, just leaving them. Beg your pardon, the right-handers. Just leaving them, and one going down to deep third, one going straight into the gloves of the wicketkeeper Prashant. So good bowling from Imran Javed.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best of tournaments so far, Imran Javed. It's been quite expensive in his previous game, 4 overs for 36. But today, in the big day, he's come in and delivered the goods. Baba Hayat as well hasn't had the best of tournaments so far. been very quiet, and he'll be hoping to get off to a good start here. He's got quite a few overs to play as we speak. The
The other thing
conditions.
is when you win the toss and you choose to bat first, even if you don't get off to a flyer of a start, you do not want to lose wickets inside the power play. Hong Kong China have lost two.
Yeah, I think that is a very good point there. They haven't got off to a flyer, yes, but they've also lost 2 wickets inside 4 overs. And the batter, who definitely loves to take charge, has already departed. As we speak, the conditions getting slightly less cloudy, and the sun finally making its way out. Might be good signs for Hong Kong China here. Cut away, but slight misfield there, and it's going to go behind square for a single. Baba Hayat off the mark. Jumanrat generally takes some time, and I think he'll need to do that today as well because two down early. Spot of bother.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very critical for Hong Kong China that Anshuman Rath stays there now. Oh, that's a beautiful looking shot down the ground. Well, inches away from the boundary for being a six. It's four instead. Anshuman Rath, beautiful looking shot to finish off the over with a boundary.
Yeah, he says I'm gonna try and stay throughout this innings, but if you bowl me those over pitch deliveries, I'm not gonna miss out on them. And as you rightly mentioned, just inches from going all the way to the boundary for a maximum, not to be. 4 overs done. Hong Kong China 22 for 2.
So the first change in the bowling, Imran Khan comes in to the attack. Another handy bowler for Bahrain. Very effective inside the power play. Has the knack of picking up wickets. Can have the tendency to surprise you with a bit more pace every once in a while. Babar Hayat, as you mentioned, Aryan, is looking for runs.
Straight away, some
Time
intent.
there. Well, he's looking to not let Imran Khan settle. Is Babar Hayat? He's given him the charge there on that first ball. The one thing that we did mention repeatedly is that this bowling quadrant of Bahrain, the medium paces, the four of them in unison have been pretty good. In some testing conditions, another shimmy down the track. No connection there. I think Babar Hayat should just be looking to rotate the strike over to Anshuman Rath.
Yeah, Anshuman Rath has only faced the 9 deliveries so far in the 4.2 overs. He's been off strike for quite some time and he's been the top run getter, or at least among them. He needs to face most of the deliveries.
Oh, that's a beautiful looking delivery there. That moved after it left the bat, past the bat. Well, that's that extra bit of pace that we were talking about.
Yeah, just moved off the wicket there. We have a look at this again. Swung in the air just a wee bit, but after pitching, I think it did hit a crack or something there, and it moved away quite sharply. Babahaya did well to miss it. Once again, down the ground, once again, over mid wicket this time. And he's got himself a boundary. Finally connects with bat and ball. And Baba Hayat hits his first boundary of the morning.
Well, he's tried that a couple of times this over, didn't pay off. This time, definitely did. Pulled it off the front foot after coming down the track and depositing it towards mid wicket for a boundary. So Babar Hayat finally succeeding in one of those attempts of coming down the track. Imran Khan.
And this time expects it to be Fuller. It is Fuller. And he gets a boundary straight down the ground. Baba Hayat looking to take the charge here in the power play for Hong Kong China.
Well, this is good batting from Babar Hayat. Imran Khan bowling his first over. Bowled three dot deliveries. Babar Hayat's intentions have been the same throughout the five deliveries that he's faced from Imran Khan. He's looking to attack, smashes that one down the ground past mid off for a beautiful looking boundary.
Yeah, still no change in the field, just a mid wicket. Going back on the boundary from deep square leg. Third man still on the boundary. Last delivery of the over. Will he come again? He does come again. He gets a full toss. But just I think he took him by surprise there, the full toss, which is why he couldn't manage to get it away. Anyhow, 5 overs done. Hong Kong China 31 for 2.
Well, so after winning the toss here this morning at the Biomass Oval, Hong Kong China opting to bat first, running into a little bit of trouble early on, losing the 2 wickets. But since then, Babar Hayat and Anshuman Rath have steadied the ship slightly. Imran Javed will continue. He's picked up 2 wickets, so he's looking for a third. Bahrain want to break this partnership. And with that, I'd like to welcome Amin, who's out with the captains for the toss. Amin, you had a very close look at this wicket. What do you make of it? What do you make of the decision to bat first and the position that Hong Kong China are in at the moment?
Hey, Robert. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me to this box. And look at that while we're talking. Hit another wicket. What a day Imran Javid has today. Third wicket for him. What a tone he's set up today. And talking about your to answer your question, and they are very confident. The Hong Kong captain Yasim was very confident to set up a 150 plus target, and that was
Get
his wish. But let's look at the replay here. Look at the bowling, the angle. That is the thing. Javid has that natural angle of taking the ball away from the right-handers. What's your say on that, please?
well, that's the delivery that's got him the 3 wickets to all three right-handers that he's dismissed so far. It's the ball pitching on and around the off stump and continuing to leave the right-hander, and all three right-handers have chased after it and have fallen in similar fashion. Zishan Ali edging one down to deep third, Nisakat Khan, and now Babar Hayat all falling in similar fashion. So I think Imran Javed has bowled a phenomenal spell so far in his 2.2 overs. He's picked up 3 wickets, all 3 wickets to fall for Hong Kong China, which is why his captain Amir bin Nasser has given him a third over here.
That's a good point. Actually, good decision to give a third over to Imran because he's on song and his bowling is exceptionally good today. And with that said, the captain is joined Anshuman, and after the third wicket fallen down. And speaking about him, he's a very very smart captain, and he understands the match situation really really well.
Well, that's cut away, but good effort in the field there from Sohail Emma. That is at point. Very agile. You can see his teammates coming around, giving him a double high five. see what it means to this Bahrain side. They're not taking anything for granted.
Fantastic effort at the backward point. Javed is rocking today. Imran Javed.
Well, Yasin Murtaza, the skipper from Hong Kong, China, he's been in this position with his team in this position many a times. He's had to rescue them. And well, Anshuman Rath, who's been at the non-strikers end for majority of the first 6 overs, 2 deliveries to go in the power play. Hong Kong, China cannot afford another wicket here. That's pulled away beautifully into the vacant square leg region. Yasin Murtaza also getting off the mark with that boundary. Well, Imran Javed for the first time in his 2.5 overs, missing his line and his length.
And what a good shot that was. One leg shot, typical Lara style. And that is much needed because they are at the end of the power play, almost one ball left for the power play to get over. And this boundary really adds value to the team score. 35 for 3. And Yasim will be confident after the shot.
That's another good looking cut shot. It could have carried. We'll have to wait. The body language suggests that it did. Well, it was a tough chance for Asif Ali. Well, Imran Javed finishes his 3 overs, picking up 3 wickets for 16 runs. Hong Kong, China, 36 for 3 after 6.
Hong Kong China's captain Yasim decided to bat first and looking for a 150 score. And the way the Hong Kong China team started losing 3 wickets, that's going to be very, very challenging. And for achieving that target, Anshuman Rath and Yasim should put up a decent partnership from here. Then the later on, the power hitter should come and finish the game. That is the possibility. You are seeing on screen the most economical bowler of Bahrain, Abdul Majid. Whenever you throw the captain throw the ball to Abdul Majid, it's always like 4 overs, 10 runs, 4 overs, 12 runs, picking up 2 wickets. That is quite a consistent performance from him, and there will be a high chance of getting him producing the same result today. There is a change in bowling now. Shohail is introduced instead of Abdul Majid.
Yeah, I think we all thought it was going to be Abdul Majid Abbasi. In the end, last minute change. It's brought on Sohail Ahmed. That's because the left-hander Yasin Murtaza is out there. It's gone to off spin instead of the left arm orthodox of Abdul Majid Abbasi. I think this is smart thinking by Ahmed bin Nazir. Beautiful looking drive. Gets a hand to it. Definitely stopped a few runs there. But he looks like he's done some damage to his hand. The skipper, Ahmed bin Nasser, he looks to be in some serious pain there. In just the top of the wrist, thumb perhaps. He will need some medical assistance. Hoping that he's okay. Some magic spray perhaps.
That was powerfully driven by Anshuman. One run at the extra covers. It happens when you field at the covers or extra covers, the ball comes at you at a high pace. Should be very very careful. Use your soft hands.
there it is, that magic spray. Well, Bahrain and Amir bin Nasser will be hoping that it's just a bruise there. It's nothing too serious that he has to be worried about. Flighted full straight back to him. So Sohail starting well in his first four deliveries here. Just the 2 runs coming off it. He's slowing it down. This one just pulling the length back. He's got misfield there. Fortunately for Bahrain, it doesn't cost them anything, just the 1 run. See, he's got protection on that leg side field.
As you mentioned, there was a good thinking by Amir Bin because it's a off spinner bowling to the left arm batter. It's much better than the left arm spinner bowling to a left arm batter.
Well, that's the end of the 7th over. Hong Kong, China putting together a partnership here between Yasin Murtaza and Anshuman Rath. Much needed one. They're on 40 for the loss of 3 wickets.
44-3, and they need a big score from here. And the partnership looks solid. They're getting used to the conditions now. And look at the batting card of Hong Kong, China. So double digits by Anshuman Raj still playing. Apart from that, Zishan Ali, the informed batter, didn't click this time. 4 runs. Mohammad Nizakat 5 and Babar Hayat 10. All the big fish have been gotten by Imran Javed. What a beautiful left arm pacer Bahrain has produced. Superb bowling, creating that outside the off stump line angle. All those deliveries got in the wicket today. Excellent performance by him. He's set up the tone up front, and the rest of the things done by the other bowlers like Imran Javed is back again to bowl the 4th over. Let's see.
Oh, this is a big gamble. Oh, he was gone for all counts. He had almost given up there. Sohail Ahmed needed a direct hit. Yasin Murtaza just giving up on that run. There was no way he was going to make it home. Sohail Ahmed perhaps had a bit more time than he thought he did to take aim and fire. In the end, Yasin Murtaza is still out there.
That one was super close. Had he hit the bails, Yasim would have been gone at this time.
Worked into the leg side. They'll pick up singles. It is a phase of the game where Hong Kong, China will be looking to rebuild and gather momentum going into the back end of this innings. They've lost 3 wickets. Well, the one thing that we've touched on a couple of occasions is Bahrain's ability to not bowl any extras with the ball in hand. They've done so again so far. 7.3 overs, no extras have been bowled. They've gone through a couple of innings where they've not bowled any extras. So a lot of the runs are going to have to come off the bat. Batters are going to have to do the scoring. Anshuman Rath, also, I remember he scored a 50 in which he had only 3 boundaries. So he's quite used to running and laboring for his runs. Hong Kong, China are going to have to depend on him to do something similar here today.
It was a big swing and a miss. And well said, Robert. They've not bowled much extras, and even they haven't bowled even a single extra in a couple of games, and that shows the ability to bowl such a long spells, like 4 over spell from different bowlers without bowling extra. That is something very very special, which other teams hardly they do it. And when I asked them in the post match presentations and during the interviews, they said they have a high discipline in the bowling department.
Well, be that as it may, ooh, Again, getting his spikes stuck in the square there. Sohail. Well, Imran Javed is one delivery away from completing his spell. This is a huge gamble in terms of Bahrain. Mind you, they've got four medium pacers. Their premier fast bowler is one, but with 4 overs in the bank, and Ali Dawood's got two more. Last delivery from Imran Javed. Oh, this played a miss from Yasim Murtaza, flirting with danger there. In the end, survives. 8 overs gone. Hong Kong, China are 43 for 3.
And speaking about the bowling capacity, look at that. Bahrain's bowling lineup here, bowling performance here. 3 wickets easily. Imran Javed outperforms everyone here. 4 overs, 19 runs, 3 wickets. He finished his quota 4.75. What a performance in the finals. Ali Dawood, the most dependable bowler from Bahrain, bowled beautifully, and they have a list of bowlers following. Now Shoaib is continuing his second over as Anshuman is as a left hand batter. It's quite apt for him to bowl now. Let's see.
That is a hit high, hit handsome, and over the fielder at long on. Well, for a brief moment, I think he thought he was in it. He was setting himself up, but in the end, just well hit from Anshuman Rat.
Looks like not powerfully hit, but it went through the long on fielders up and above and went for a six. That's a pure timing, I would say. Excellent timing by Anshuman.
Well, Sohail Ahmed won't be too disappointed with that. It's not far from a wicket, and it's they won't mind conceding a couple of boundaries if it buys them a wicket, and it's a big wicket of Anshuman Rath. So he's going to definitely toss it up there a bit more and invite Anshuman Rath for the big hits. This was upishly played, but long offs on the boundary. So an important stage of the game here for Hong Kong, China. And with that single, the 50 comes up in the ninth over.
Excellent bowling by Shoaib here. Excellent bowling, and he's maintaining a very good line and length to the both of them are left arm batters, and it's perfectly suitable for him to bowl. One odd boundaries here and there. That's okay for him. Actually. Quick run to the mid wicket, 1 run, and they're playing beautifully. Asim and Anshuman, they're very mature players, very experienced candidates in the middle. Now the repair works started for Hong Kong, China. Look at the shot down the crease. Excellent shot. Can it be a boundary? Yes, it is. The fielder was trying to stop the ball. The ball won the race this time. What a relief for Hong Kong, China to score the extra 4 runs in the last delivery of Shoaib. Beautiful batting by Anshuman, the best timer of today's innings. Look at that. Down the crease.
Good.
One hit, went for a boundary. Superb batting. 9 overs 10, 55 for 3. They're cruising slowly up. Not a bad run rate, I would say. 6.11. Hong Kong, China. After 9 overs, they lost the wicket, but not the momentum. They're still scoring runs. Imran Imran Khan is introduced. First over 9 runs given. He's bowling the second over now. One run to the
Yasin
mid.
Murtaza works that towards fine leg for a single. Not afraid to play the pull shot to the short pitch delivery. Imran Khan bowled just the 1 over inside the power play, then was replaced by Imran Javed. He's picked up 3 wickets so far. Now Imran Khan's been brought back into the attack, looking to contain things. Well, Sohail is having a day and then some at point.
It's not easy to run and field without spikes because the spikes is in his pocket now, not under the shoe. Well played.
Oh, they're looking for two there, but as we're heading into the halfway stage of this innings, this first innings, for three deliveries to go. I think we'll have drinks after this. Hong Kong, China, 57 for three. They've done well to consolidate after losing three wickets early on. And that's mostly been because of Yasin Murtaza and Anshuman Rath, who's looked very good and is currently at the non-strikers end. Well, he's going to have to bat through till at least the 16th or 17th over. And at some stage, Yasin Murtaza will have to start attacking this Bahrain bowling lineup. Try and find a way to get close to 150, which we think is a par total here at the Biomass Oval.
Certainly, Robert. That's a par score. And Kasim has a clear plan. Look at the shot. Down the crease, one at the extra covers. No one is there to stop the ball. What a beautiful batting by him. Imran Khan bowled the first four deliveries, given just 2 runs. The fifth one went for a boundary. Look at the shot. No one is there to stop that. Ball went like a bullet. Things are going very well for Hong Kong. China, after losing 3 wickets, now they are maintaining 6+ run rate. That sounds correct. That sounds positive. Good batting by these two.
Well, Imran Khan to bowl the final delivery of the 10th over. This one's down the legs. Wide is the signal, so he'll have to re-bowl that one. Yeah, we did mention, despite the 3 wickets, Hong Kong, China maintaining a decent run rate of about 6 and over.
That's a rare sign, a rare scene from Bahrain, actually. They hardly bowl any wide. This is the first wide of the day.
Well, Imran Khan to Yasin Murtaza. It's worked into the leg side. They'll pick up a single and wrap up the 10th over with the score on 63 for 3. Drinks will be had. Don't go anywhere. Come back with more live action from the Biomass Oval after drinks. Please stay tuned.
Stay tuned, guys. Thank you. Welcome back to the Malaysia. Welcome back to the Malaysia T20i Tri Series 2025. You're watching big finals between Bahrain and Hong Kong, China. And Hong Kong, China won the toss and elected to bat first. They're looking to score 150 plus as per the captain Jassim. And now uh, they lost 3 wickets, but they didn't lose hope. The run rate is quite good. And with that said, I'd like to invite Aryan, my co-commentator, to the combox. Hi, Aryan. How are you doing? How's things?
Yeah, Amin bhai, thank you so much for the introduction. And I think at the halfway stage, Bahrain would be the happier side. But this partnership slowly building. Anshuman Raj 28 of 19, which is a concerning sign because he's only faced the 19 deliveries in the 10 overs, which means less than 2 deliveries per over. Quick single, maybe not. Abdul Majid Abbasi being introduced slightly late into the bowling because of the two left-handers. Amin bhai, what do you have to say on that? The
Uh, if
matchup.
if you ask me about the whole match scenario, uh, the Hong Kong didn't start the way they expected to start, but after losing 3 wickets, Yasim and Anshuman playing very sensible cricket. They look at that run rate; it's still above 6. That means they're doing a good job actually. And if they play really well in another 5 overs and put up a 100-run score, and there is a high chance that they can score 130 or 130 to 150 easily. And if they score that much in this ground, there's a high chance of the most likely they can go for the game. They dominate the game. The bowling department is very strong. And the third ball, fourth ball from Abdul Majid.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point. As Abdul Majid Abbasi started off well in his first three deliveries. Oh, looking to go leg side there. Ekes an outside edge. Anshuman Rath here, I think, is slightly frustrated to not have gotten enough strike. You can see Asim Murtaza came in at number 5 and already faced 21 deliveries. But Anshuman Rath has been there throughout this innings and only faced the 20 deliveries. Asim Murtaza giving good support to his skipper at the moment. It's been a good over from Abdul Majid. Just 2 runs of it. And he goes down the wicket. It's gone in the air. The skipper is underneath it at mid wicket and he's taken an easy catch. Just as we were talking that the partnership was building, you could see the intentions in this over were clear. They wanted to take on the bowling. Anshuman Rath, lucky to not be out. But Yasim Murtaza doesn't have the same fate. Good catch taken there by the captain at mid wicket, Amr bin Nasir.
And look at the replay here. One of the solid bowlers from Bahrain. Fighter delivery and went straight, but he crossed the line and easy catch at the short mid wicket. And what an important wicket taken by Abdul Majid. This put the break stoppage after the 11th over for Hong Kong China because uh, they got one of the top batter from Hong Kong China. That Asim, the captain is out.
Yeah, have a look at the bowling scorecard so far. Imran Javed has been the peak of the bowlers. He's exploited the conditions really well. 4 overs for 19. And the other bowlers have been slightly expensive. Ali Dawood, not too expensive, but hasn't gotten a wicket. And Abdul Majid Abbasi, as he so does always, 1 over for 2 runs, and he's got a wicket already. Skipper asked for a wicket, and he's got him.
And this is going to be challenging for Hong Kong China, Aryan, because look at that. The champion bowler is in Mohammad Rizwan.
Yeah, quick single taken here. Anshuman Rath, can he come back for a second? This could be risky here. The throw was slightly wide. I think there was definitely a second run there, but Shahid was slightly slow on the first run, probably not expecting him to come back for a second.
And very beautiful, very good running at this moment because they need runs and fantastic. And another point we would like to convey here is the Anshuman Rath's wicket. He needs to stay there until the last ball of this innings to put a decent score. If Hong Kong China loses Anshuman, it's going to be a big dent in their innings.
This time just bunted down to long gone for a single. Shahid on strike in at number 6. Definitely have to build a partnership here, and the partnership needs to come at a good click as well. I think for the moment, what he needs to do is just get Anshuman back on strike. But 4 fielders on the leg side boundary, and only an extra cover on the offside boundary. Oh, that looks straight, and he's said not out. That was a very, very close call there. Height could be the only factor. The umpire still not happy, or rather, the bowler still not happy. Thinking about it, let's have a look at this again.
Look at the replay. We can watch the line much closer this time. It was a fantastic bowling by Rizwan. Look at that. The ball went straight and hit. And there might be a height problem. I, that's one of the reasons the umpire said not out because of the height. But Rizwan is not happy at all because it's a natural emotion from a bowler. If his appeal is rejected, that's quite common.
I think the most interesting thing here is that it's been signal runs. No leg by signal by the umpire. Ooh, looks to go over mid wicket this time, Anshuman Rath. And the other factor to consider was that the batter Shahid was standing outside his crease. The ball had a longer distance to travel, so that might be the height factor that you were mentioning.
That's right, Rizwan. That's right, Aryan. And now Hong Kong China is facing Rizwan and on the other side Abdul Majid, two of the best bowlers from that side, and scoring runs against them is going to be a big challenge for them. It's the last ball, for fifth ball.
Slowly leave it there, just a single taken. Yeah, Mohammad Rizwan started off really, really well in this tournament with the ball. But towards the last few games, he's been slightly off color. But you know, when it's a big game, you expect the big guns to be firing. And Rizwan is just one of those.
Well said, Aryan, actually. And I noticed him, even though if he's expensive in the first 2 overs, he comes back and get you wickets.
Driven, but straight to the fielder. That's a good over. Good start from Mohammad Rizwan. He's troubled the batter a bit. And 12 overs done, 70 for 4.
That's a good thinking by Ahmed bin, the Bahraini captain as well, because he kept a mid off to cut the singles from the new batter. Shahid is just in, so he needs time to settle down. These are the small things makes a huge difference. It's a very good one. And while we're talking, Abdul Majid is back to bowl his second over. Usually we see him bowl 4 quick overs and not giving anything more than 12 or 15 runs and picking up a couple of wickets. And that's going to be a huge challenge for Hong Kong China to up against him, face him, and score runs. He won't give you easy runs. First ball.
Yeah, Abdul Majid Abbasi definitely among the best bowlers of this tournament in terms of economy, in terms of wickets as well. Anshuman Rath has been the lone warrior so far in this innings. Short ball pulled away. There's a fielder there, and it's gone just over him. The umpire has signaled 6. It was a difficult chance. Would you count that as a chance, Amin Bhai?
That one was really, really difficult, Aryan, because the ball went very quick and the timing needs to be perfect to catch the ball. Look at the replay, and it have to be the jump should be like a perfectly timed. I think he missed a little bit of timing in that sense. And also, it's not an easy catch, I would say. It's going up above the hand level, even if you jump. While we're talking down the crease, the ball goes straight to the long on. Only 1 run scored, and a good, I would say it's Anshuman's a brave batting, I would say, because he's up against Abdul Majid. He has a very positive mindset. Whoever the bowler in front of me, if the ball is asked to hit, I'll be hitting it. That's a very good mindset. Not seeing the name, just seeing the ball. That's what your coach says always. Don't worry about who's the bowler. Watch the ball and play according to the merit of the ball. So Abdul Majid, given big big boundary, 6 runs in the second ball, but he'll be looking to tuck the right hander, Shahid.
Straight away, some turn there from Abdul Majid Abbasi. So we have a look at his figures throughout the tournament. He's gone at an economy of 3.41. while the scores have been hovering around that 130, 140, 150 mark. That's a beautiful delivery by Abdul Majid Abbasi once again. He's only gotten the 4 wickets, but been very, very miserly together to go with the other two bowlers right at the top here. Imran Javed, 10 wickets in his 5 games. It's chipped in the air. Can they come back for a second? Settle for one. Ali Dawood, the second highest wicket taker with 7 wickets in this tournament. And then Rizwan Butt in at number 5 there, also with 7 wickets. All the bowlers from Bahrain have dominated here, and that's been the main reason they've reached the finals of this tournament.
No, this one is back to bowl the second over. What a pull shot he played straight to the deep mid wicket zone for 1 run. And a positive stroke from Shahid. It looks it looks to consolidate runs from here. And for one man, you need to compliment is Anshuman Rath. He's been very consistent throughout the tournament. Now he's playing in the finals, losing all 4 wickets. His teammates, the top 4 batters, still hanging there and scoring 40 of 27 balls. That speaks volume about this batter.
Yeah, I think he's just brought up the 200 runs for the tournament for himself in the previous over, and it's a direct hit, but it's just in, and this will allow them to come back for a second, or maybe not. Oh, that's well done in the end, but good bit of fielding there. Good cricket all around. They were aware to the situation for the overthrow, but then the fielder, the bowler, they're backing up. Did a very, very good job.
Look at the replay here. That is very, very quick running. And look at that, how fast he realizes and turns back and heart in the mouth scenario, this one situation. And Anshuman managed to turn back and reach the crease. And Hong Kong dugout will be almost like tip of the seats looking at the batter, whether he can reach or not. And lucky that he managed to reach this time.
It's a bit too high there, says the leg umpire, and it's been signaled wide. Yeah, the story for Bahrain has been the fast bowlers, but the story for Hong Kong China has been the opening partnership. The top 2 run getters in this tournament, Anshuman Rath with 200 runs and Zishan Ali with 168 runs. They've dominated proceedings so far in this tournament with the bat. Was there an edge there? We'll have to wait and see the signal from the umpire. No signal from the umpire, and that suggests there might have been an inside edge. And Anshuman Rath living dangerously at the moment. Got himself alive. The wicketkeeper there was slightly wrong footed.
That one was super, super close and back to back good deliveries from Mohammad Rizwan. And also in this over, they bowled 1 wide, which is unlikely for Bahrain. They don't bowl wides that much.
It's gone behind square. Can they come back for a second? Decide against it. Good bit of fielding there down at square leg. Quick to the ball and returns a very good throw as well. It's been a good over here for Hong Kong China. 6 runs already of it with 2 deliveries left. Slowly building up this partnership.
Aryan, what is your predicted score in this game? Like 4 wickets down, they are very close to 14 overs, 6 overs left. Any numbers in your mind?
I think the longer Anshuman stays out there, the higher they will be able to score. Single taken. I think anywhere above that 140 mark would be an interesting chase we'll have on our hands. As the skipper mentioned at the toss, he wanted to score anywhere about 150, and their strength lies in batting first. They like to choke oppositions with their spin bowlers in the second innings.
You're rightly said, Aryan, because the longer Anshuman stays, the more closer to 150. That's what I think. Maybe 130 to 140, I would say.
That's a good over there. 8 runs of it without breaking a sweat. So Hong Kong, China slowly building this partnership and getting themselves back onto a position where they can launch. 14 overs done, 86 for 4.
Beautiful batting display by Anshuman and Shahid. And on top of that, the running between the wicket is simply amazing. And they're not losing any little hope there. They're just making use of every single opportunity given by the opponent and scoring twos and ones, no dot balls. And while I'm talking, that there is a consistent bowler and a super top left arm spinner is going to bowl the next over. Abdul Majid going to bowl the third over. Super economical always. Going to be very challenging for Anshuman here. Anshuman and Shahid. Behind the square. Oh, that's a very good shot. Behind the square. Cut shot for a boundary.
Yeah, that's slightly short. They're not too short, but the batter well up to the mark here. And for the first time in this tournament, Abdul Majid Abbas is slightly under pressure here. Been brought on only after the 10th over. Still returning very good figures, but for his standards, slightly expensive. Good batting there by Shahid, getting himself off strike after hitting a boundary.
Also, while we're talking, look at the score, Aryan. It's a 91 now, very close to 100 runs mark. Probably in this over, they'll look to cross that 100 marks. So 15 overs, 100, not a bad score to score that 150 runs for 20 overs. So Anshuman on 44. In the previous over, he went for a 6 against Abdul Majid. Let's see what he can do in this over.
I think Abdul Majid bowling well to his field here, coming around the wicket, so he's not giving any room to the batters. Can start it on the stumps and spin it in. Oh, it goes for the slog sweep. It's in the air. This should be taken there. Anshuman Rad has hold out to mid wicket, and as we talked about, Abdul Majid Abbasi looking to attack the stumps. Anshuman Rad forcing it through the leg side. It's a long boundary there, and he's hauled out to the fielder at mid wicket. An easy catch taken there. And now Hong Kong China, just as they were looking set for launching in the last 5, they have lost yet another wicket.
Look at the replay here. The first one, the previous ball was a short ball, and this one, he flighted it and he was trying his best to clear the boundary, but the ball didn't carry the momentum to go past the boundary line. And easy wicket for Abdul Majid. And what a big fish. Anshuman is out. And here comes Nasrullah as a new batter.
Let's just have a look at the match summary so far. There's 2 extras, which is what we've always talked about with Bahrain, very economical. But the pick of the ball is definitely Imran Javed right at the start there, denting the top order that has performed so well. 3 for 19. Abdul Majid doing well so far now. 2 for 15. Anshuman Rad just got out as he was looking good with 44 on his against his name. Nasrullah Rana in at number 7. A good batter, good all-rounder as well. I think he might be used today as well with the ball. The conditions slightly favoring the faster bowlers. But at the moment, he has a job to do with 5 overs left in this innings. Can he get Hong Kong China to safe waters? Off the mark straight away.
Look at the figures of Abdul Majid here. 15 runs given. A little bit expensive than his usual numbers, but still the number is still acceptable in a T20 format. 2 wickets and a very crucial wicket of Anshuman Rad's wicket. He picked up. That will be changing the scoreboard definitely to 10 or 15 runs lesser than what they expected. Last ball, and for a dot ball, excellent figures. 3 overs and 16 for 2. And Hong Kong China is 92 for 5.
5 overs left in this innings. 92 for 5. Mohammad Rizwan Butt is back into the attack, and back in the commentary box is Robert. Robert, welcome. Last 5 overs.
Thank you, Aryan. And well, the big news is the wicket of Anshuman Rath. Rizwan Butt bowls his third over, the 16th of the innings, while Anshuman Rath falling six short of what would have been his sixth T20I 50 while he was going for a six. Well, try and not use as many sixes from here on in. I think I've overused them in that one sentence. But it's a big blow for Hong Kong China. Bahrain will be very happy to see the back of Anshuman Rath, who's looking dangerous. A lot depended on his wicket. While at the moment it's Shahid and Nasrullah out in the middle, looking to get Hong Kong to a decent first innings total and give their bowlers something to defend. We've still got 5 wickets in hand, but it is the middle order to lower tail end of the Hong Kong China batting lineup. Aryan, my question is, what do you see Hong Kong China ending up with here in their 20 overs?
Yeah, I think that is the $1 million question at the moment. With 5 wickets in hand, these two batters more than capable. So anything above 40 runs in the last 5 overs, get themselves somewhere around that 130 mark, would be slightly below par, but they would definitely need to get at least 130. We saw in the last game that these two sides played on the same wicket. 129 wasn't enough, but wasn't too less either, as we didn't have a winner until we went to the super over. So I think anything above 130 with the pressure of it being a final, runs on the board, definitely think would be interesting to see how the second innings would phase with that score on the board.
Yeah, just recapping what's happened so far. Hong Kong China won the toss and chose to bat. Early on, Imran Javed was striking gold for Bahrain, dismissing 3 of the batters from Hong Kong China, taking them back inside the power play. And then there was a little bit of a partnership between Yasin Murtaza and Anshuman Rath, the two left-handers, and it kept Abdul Majid Abbasi out of the bowling attack. But it got to a point where Amir bin Nasser could not keep Majid Abbasi out of the attack because the overs were running out. Brings him on, and he gets both of those batters. So a top effort from Abdul Majid Abbasi in the middle stages of this innings to bring Bahrain back into the game and possibly set themselves a target for a run chase within gettable distance.
Yeah, I think Emma bin Nasir has captained really well so far. He brought the spinners on from the longer leg side boundary, brought the off spinner and also the left arm spinner Abdul Majid Abbasi from the longer end towards that leg side for the left-handers rather. So I think, and as we see, this over 16th over completed, 98 for 5, just the 6 of it. We have
Well,
a
that's
look
the
at
batting card so far. Anshuman Rath, the lone vigil at the top of the order, 44 of 32. Mind you, he opened the innings, but he didn't get a lot of the strike for most of the power play. And then a couple of batters getting starts. Babar Hayat and Yasin Murtaza not able to convert. And Hong Kong China just failing to build partnerships at crucial junctures of this game. Sees them at 98 for 5 at the beginning of the 17th over, that of Abdul Majid Abbasi. River sweep comes out. I think that was missing leg stump anyway. Perhaps some bat on it as well. No, leg buys is the signal.
Yeah, I think he was in two minds. He wasn't sure whether to play it or not. Didn't look like he was going with full conviction there. And yeah, you're right. I think that was just slipping down leg as did the umpire. I think.
Well, this is what's been good about Abdul Majid Abbasi. He can turn the ball, but today's conditions have just required him to just attack the stumps, which is what he's done to the right-handers. For the left-handers, he's just angled them across. This is cut away well. in the gap, and he picks up a boundary. You can see that they know this is much needed for Hong Kong China. Very good looking shot there, cut in the gap.
I think just lost his balance there towards the end. Did the fielder was on track to cut it off, but couldn't manage to cut it off in the end. And that's a good shot from Nasrullah Rana. Knew exactly where the gap was and gets himself an early boundary, much needed here as it brings up the 100 for Hong Kong.
Watchfully played on that occasion. Well, got just 3.5 overs left. They've got 5 wickets in hand. Can they get close to 140? I think that's the question they'll be asking themselves. Abdul Majid Abbasi, uh, he's bowling out of a shoebox. And then this is the first sloppy signs in the field from Bahrain. Well, there was no run there in the end, gifting that single to Hong Kong China. Just not switched on.
Was the skipper himself there at extra cover. Just returned a wayward throw, which allowed them to come 6 runs off this over and push into the gap. Can they come back for a second? They should be able to decide against Abdul Majid Abbasi there. Really, really well done there off his own bowling just to keep them down to single. We thought this was going to be a big over after the way it started, but it's come back really, really well with only 2 runs in the next three.
Well, Abdul Majid Abbasi does not like going for runs. This is for certain. He loves to be economical with his spell. We've said this time and time again. If he's not picking up wickets, he likes to get through his over very quietly. He's picked up 2 so far. One delivery to go in his spell. Almost gets through the gate there. And he finishes off a wonderful spell. Came late into the attack. Finishes his 4 overs, giving away just 22 runs and picking up 2 very important wickets. Oh, what a spell from Abdul Majid Abbasi. Hong Kong China 105 for 5 with 3 overs to go here in the first.
Yeah, he mostly goes under the radar there, Abdul Majid Abbasi, of the fast bowlers. Everyone talks about the fast bowlers that Bahrain possess, but it's after what happens after the fast bowlers are done with the opening spells. That's what matters as well. And he's done an excellent job throughout the tournament, going at an economy rate of less than 4 runs and over when the scores have been around that 7 runs and over mark. It's been a really, really good effort here from Abdul Majid Abbasi as he's done with his quota for the tournament.
Well, what a tournament he's had. Bahrain are in the finals. They're up against Hong Kong China. They're in a very good position here after they were put in the field to bowl first when Hong Kong China won the toss. And well, Bahrain definitely ahead in the race of the Malaysia T20i Tri Series. This is the grand finals. Hong Kong China can still make a game of this. It'll depend hugely on the next 18 deliveries and what they can get off it. Ali Dawood starts with a one that's full and straight. I think that's going to be the game plan here from Ali Dawood. Full and straight with an occasional change of pace.
Yeah, I think they've read the play really well here as well. Have Bahrain after losing the toss and being sent in to field. I think Bahrain would have opted to field anyways, because considering that there were a heap of fast bowlers and the pitch was slightly damp early on. Interesting decision by the Hong Kong China captain, playing to his strengths, and that's beautifully played over extra cover. It just came off the bottom, so they'll have to come back for a second. Can they come back for a third? Yes, they do so with ease. That's very, very good running there from both these batters. If you're not getting the boundaries, run as hard as you can.
Fayaz Ahmed there on the boundary, not the quickest of the Bahraini fielders, which allowed them to come back for the third. He's a very safe pair of hands on the boundary, but not the quickest. That's two. That's the change up. That's the change up from Ali Dawood using his experience there. He knows the batters are going to be looking to go big here towards the back end of this innings. He's got to vary his pace, and he's done that brilliantly there on that occasion. Dot balls at this stage of the game, the next best thing to wickets. He's got three more deliveries in his third over. This is the 18th. Hong Kong China getting closer to that 120, 125 mark. We want to get close to 140.
Them right in the block ball there. Well done there from Ali Dawood. He's bowled a good over this. 5 runs at this stage with 2 deliveries left. I think they've read the batters really well as well, because both these batters love to use the pace, but the field there will not allow them to do that because fine leg is on the boundary. We've seen them play the scoop shot on multiple occasions in the past. That's been covered.
Another change up again. That's another well executed slow delivery. It was inside that tram line. You can see Nasrullah Rana looking at the umpire, but great execution from Ali Dawood. Great death bowling here.
I think it was just inside the tram line as we have a look at this again. Yeah, well inside the tram line, in fact. That's a good delivery there. Just mixing it up really, really well. Only 5 runs off this over in the 18th over. See that scoop shot? Beautifully fielded there. Down at fine leg. What looked to be a certain boundary has been held back to 2 and made this over even better. 7 runs off this over. With 2 overs left, Hong Kong China 112 for 5.
Well, it is that man, Imran Javed, who picked up the 3 wickets at the top of the innings, and he's not done yet. He's putting in quite the shift in the field there. Brilliant effort. 1-1-1 for 5 with 12 deliveries, 12 legal deliveries to go in the first innings. Great third over from Ali Dawood. And at the 18th of the game, just giving away 7 runs. Well, Mohammad Rizwan, but he's got 1 over to go in a spell, the 19th of the innings. I think if you're Bahrain here, you're just looking to keep these next 12 deliveries nice and quiet, Aryan. You don't want too many boundaries. You don't want Hong Kong China getting close to 140. Anything under 125, Bahrain will be happy. That's clipped off the pads. They'll pick up a single.
Yeah, I think it's been good bowling towards the end over here from Bahraini bowlers. Not given away too many boundaries. These two batters capable of hitting them, but they don't really seem to be having the power at the moment and the timing to be hitting them out the park. So they need to focus on their running between the wickets. If they can manage to get 130 plus, would be a good score. Slower delivery. It's in the gap. No, it's not. Mid-off was inside the circle, so there was the invitation, but could not get it in the gap.
That's largely due to the change-up of pace that both Ali Dawood and Mohammad Rizwan Butt, who are experienced campaigners bowling at this stage of an innings, they know that the batters are looking for pace, and so they're mixing it up nicely, keeping a few in the block hole and then changing the pace up. There's another slow cutter into the wicket. There's protection on the leg side. Faz Ahmed there doing the cleaning up.
Yeah, I think he's done really, really well there down at deep square leg. He was running away from him all the time, and he's spinning away from him as well because of the way the shot was hit. Keeps it down to just a single. That's very, very good fielding there. I think not the best of running as well, because with the fielder being down, he should have gone for that second run. But the striker there was slightly slow.
Beautiful
Right in
slow
the block
delivery
hole there.
executed.
this over in 4 deliveries. Once again, no boundary of this over. We haven't seen a boundary for quite some time. Hong Kong China only 115 with 8 deliveries left. Can they somehow breach 130? On the
That is a
pads.
good looking shot. Just the one run though coming off it. Got the protection on the leg side. That's because Mohammad Rizwan Butt is attacking that block hole region. And so they'll have to come up with different options if they are to find the boundary. So far, just dealing in singles. One delivery to go in the 19th. Hong Kong China 116 on the board for the loss of 5 wickets.
Short ball, it's in the air. But once again, just in no man's land. And keeps it down to just a single once again. So 6 runs off this over. Hong Kong China with 1 over left, 117 for 5.
Right, so one over to go here in the first innings of the big finals of the Malaysia T20i Tri Series of 2025. Well, Hong Kong China 117 on the board so far for the loss of 5 wickets, so they've got plenty of wickets in hand. Can they go big here and finish with a flurry of boundaries? That one's hit straight down, too long on for a single. Well, this over could be very, very important in the context of this big final. Ali Dawood with the responsibility. I think his plan will be quite obvious to both these batters. He's going to go for that block hole and mix his pace up. They've got to find 2, if not 3 boundaries in this over to get themselves to a decent first innings total. Shuffles across. There is protection, a deep fine. It'll just be another single. Bahrain will be very happy with those. And with the way that this over started, it will come down to Nasrullah Rana and Shahid to try and get Hong Kong China close to 130 with 4 deliveries to go. Aryan, as a batter, what are you looking to do here with the plan that Ali Dawood's trying to execute?
I think he's already bowled 2 Yorkers. So as a batter, I'm expecting a slower delivery here. Can he look to go down the ground? It was a slow delivery, ekes an outside edge. But just a single once again. And now you know he's already bowled 1 slower delivery. And any time you are expecting a Yorker, I would look to use the pace, considering I don't really have the power to hit them big. And I think these 2 batters as well at the moment, can they use the pace? Fine leg is very, very square. Can they use the pace behind square to go and play a ramp shot or even a reverse ramp? We've seen that in this tournament already from Vijay Uni.
I think the reverse ramp might be a high risk, high reward at this point. This one's drilled down towards long off. It'll only be a single.
4 deliveries, 4
boundaries,
runs.
the boundaries eluding Hong Kong China at the moment with 2 deliveries to go.
They found the boundary from somewhere. 2 deliveries left. It's been a while since we've seen a boundary. Here we go. Ali Dawood bowling to Nasrullah Rana. Looks for the scoop, but once again finds the fielder at deep fine leg. The moment these 2 batters came on, that fine leg was a permanent fielder. Never moved from his position there. You know that both these batters play the ramp really well. So here we go, last delivery of this innings coming up. Hong Kong China definitely not getting to 130. Can they get to 128 somehow?
done well to get to 122, and they finish with the momentum in their favor. Ali Dawood to Shahid. Looks for the reverse paddle. It's in the gap. It's racing away, and it will get there. Also, good end to the over. 5 singles and a boundary. Hong Kong, China, well, they get to that very tentative score. 126, anything in this 120 to 130 region. Well, has not been an easy chase, to say the least. But a good partnership between Shahid and Nasrullah Rana gets Hong Kong a total that Hong Kong, China, total that they can defend. That is the batting card for Hong Kong, China after they won the toss and chose to bat first. Anshuman Rath there once again amongst the runs, 44 of 32. And then we had Babar Hayat get off to a start, 10 of 11. Yasim Murtaza, the skipper, 16 of 23, looked good with Anshuman Rath in a partnership. But then he fell to Abdul Majid Abbasi. And, after that, Shahid Wasif and Nasrullah Rana, 24 for Wasif and 19 for Rana, ensuring that Hong Kong, China get to a 120 plus score. It's not many, but it's not nothing either.
We have a look at the Bahrain bowling lineup. Ali Dawood, there 4 overs, none for 26, but the pick of the bowlers by far was Imran Javed. 4 overs, 3 for 19, took the first 3 wickets to fall, and the skipper just bowling him out right there in his opening spell. The rest of the bowlers, no wickets for them, and slightly expensive Imran Khan and Sohail Ahmed. Abdul Majid Abbasi, as always, 4 overs, 2 for 22 there, and in the end, 126 is what they have restricted Hong Kong, China to. And 127 is the target. It's not going to be an easy one. It's going to be a very, very interesting chase. We'll be back in a bit for the run chase in the final.
Welcome back to the big finals of the Malaysia T20i Tri Series. All the big finals played between Bahrain and Hong Kong, China. Earlier this morning, Hong Kong, China won the toss and chose to bat first. They can only get to 126 in the first innings. So 127 is what's required by Bahrain to lift the trophy and win the grand finals here at the Biomass Oval. So it's a tricky run chase as I welcome into the com box. I mean 127. How do you think Bahrain are going to go about business here in the first 6 overs?
The word is tricky. Thank you, first of all, Robert, for inviting me to the com box. And the word tricky is the right word because 126 looks easy on the scoreboard, but it's not. The amount of good bowlers Hong Kong, China have, and some of them are really, really effective. Someone like Asan and the captain himself are very good bowlers who can get you wickets in between and trouble the opponent. And this match, trust me, is going to be very, very interesting, like any other high scoring games. And looking forward. And Ayush is in a very good form. Now he is going to open the bowling and right arm medium pacer and outsinger, natural outsinger, and have the ability to pick up the early wickets. The first ball from him, short of a length, ball goes back to the Asif, and a very good start for Hong Kong, China.
Well, Ashish Shukla, the new ball expedient for Hong Kong, China. He'll be looking to strike early. Asif Ali opening the batting with Prashant Kurup. And, we've seen Asif Ali bat. There's only one way he knows how to do that. And he looks to go big. I think he's got an inside edge, which is what saved him. Otherwise, that was crashing into the stumps. Asif Ali and Bahrain off the mark with that single.
Ayush has been having a fantastic tournament. He's always giving the breakthrough and always bringing that energy. Typical fast bowlers, pumped up running. On the other side, Prashant, Kurup, and Asif are very good form. Prashant, the right hand batter, looking to face Ayush. A big swing and a miss. That was a beautiful bowling, as we discussed. The outswinger is very specialized in bowling those deliveries.
A bit of bounce here and some extra carry for Shukla as we take another look at that. Play and a miss. Also, a good start here from Ayush Shukla and Hong Kong, China in the first three deliveries of this run chase. Better shape there again, much better with the length I thought about. Oh, Yasin Murtaza, the skipper, in at extra covers. He won't be too disappointed, neither will he be too pleased with this first innings total of 126 after he won the toss. The damage done by Imran Javed at the top with the new ball, picking up 3 wickets. Hong Kong, China were never really able to recover from that. Shukla looking to replicate that performance from Imran Javed. Pick up a couple of wickets here in the power play, put Bahrain on the back foot from the outset of this run chase.
Prashant and Asif looking to put a decent partnership for the first 6 overs. That usually sets the tone for the chasing team.
Back of a length there from Ayush Shukla. They go through for a quick single. It's a direct hit. The finger's gone up as well. Well, Asif Ali is short of his ground. Hong Kong, China have struck by virtue of some excellent fielding. Well, that was an unnecessary single attempted.
Look at that replay here. It was a quick single looking for and one throw at the stump and bullseye. What a throw that was and what a breakthrough did put this put lots of pressure on the Bahraini batters. The first big fish is gone.
Well, and it is the big wicket of Asif Ali who has to walk back. Well, not good signs here at the start. One over gone. Bahrain are 1 for 1. Just the kind of start that Hong Kong China would have wanted. We said this about the Hong Kong China innings in the power play. Even if they don't get off to a very aggressive start, they don't score too many runs, they want to keep the wickets intact because they know exactly what they're chasing here, Bahrain, and it's not many. But Hong Kong China, if they are to keep their hopes alive here in the big final, they'll have to pick up wickets, and they've done so already in the first over.
The second over is started by Atiq, the most consistent bowler. A wonderful bowling outside the off stump. He's a big in swing bowler and also can make the ball straight, going straight. It's a typical bowling Atiqul Rahman bowls, and the keeper always keep up to for his bowling. That negates the batter to come out of the crease and play.
This is good proactive cricket here from Hong Kong China.
A good in swinging
Coming
ball
in.
here, coming in and quick single. It's a good start for Hong Kong China, picking up an early wicket. And Atiqul Rahman is in form, actually. Been picking up wickets in every single game. There is a change in field. Imran Javed has to face Atiqul Rahman this time, this third ball. First two deliveries went for just one run. It's one leg by. Oh, oh, that one was expensive. A little bit down the leg, and keeper completely missed it. It's very hard for him to catch that ball, those kind of deliveries. It's a fast ball wide and went for 4 runs, 5 runs given to the Bahraini batters. And they say, thank you so much.
Yeah, Atiqul Rahman not very happy with himself there. Kick of the dirt. He knows these runs are very, very crucial. We did talk about the discipline of the Bahrain bowling lineup. They did not bowl a wide until the seventh or eighth over, if I'm not mistaken. Hong Kong China have already given away 5 wides here in the second over.
Good
Bit
comeback
of a
by Atiq.
nervy start here from Bahrain. They've been gifted 5 runs, 5 extra runs. Much better from Atiq, but this is capitalized on full from Atiqul Rahman. Imran Javed says, thank you very much. That's not the length you should be bowling in the power play with only 2 fielders out on the boundary. A massive 6 to get off the mark from Imran Javed.
It looked so super simple from Imran Javed. Less effort, maximum result. So elegant to watch him bat like that with without wasting time. 13 of 1. Nicely played to the mid wicket area. 1 run. So this one finishes Atikul Rahman's over. 2 overs done. 15 for 1. Bahrain. The run rate is quite good. They lost a wicket, but they're coming back really strong.
Well, Aish Shukla to continue. That's hit down the ground. It's in the gap. Yasim Murtaza is not going to cut that off. That's a beautiful looking stroke from Prashant Kurup. He brings up his first boundary. Bahrain 19 for 1 here in the third over.
Look at the replay here. It's asking for punishment. He didn't waste much time in putting that away. Easy boundary for him. Superb batting by Prashant Kurup.
There is still a bit of movement there, so that's the reason Aish Shukla is opting to go a little bit fuller, looking to find the outside edge there, but getting too close to the bat. Oh, this time the length was much better. You can see that Prashant Kurup had to reach for it at the very last moment.
Certainly
Good
a
comeback
wonderful
from
bowling. Certainly a wonderful bowling by Ashish here. The ball came back in this time. He's bowling out singers and suddenly the ball coming back is always a challenge for the top end batter.
Oh, this hits upish. This is hit upish. Well, it ends up in no man's land. They'll pick up one, perhaps two. Well, the intention's pretty clear here. Anything full and in the slot, both these batters are looking to pounce on. Of the three deliveries, two have been slightly fuller. Imran Javed, Prashant Kurup, batting on 7 apiece.
Nice bowling by Ayush here. Ball come back in. So it's confusing the batter. Not bowling all the time outside the off stump. It's a pretty good comeback. Dot ball. That's what needed. Very good bowling here by Ayush. Back to back one. It's a no ball signaled by the umpire. Things are working well for Bahrain. They need these extra deliveries. Very good bowling. Not given any freebies this time after the no ball. Pretty good comeback from Ayush. 1 run taken by Imran. One more ball to go in Ayush over. Despite giving the first ball boundary, he really came back in this over. Couple of dot balls, single. It's very important how he finishes the over. On the other side, Bahrain run rate is very strong, 8.12. Very good bowling. Good length coming back to the batter. Nicely done by Ayush. End of third over, 23 for 1.
Well, change coming in the fourth over of this run chase. The skipper bringing himself on. Yasim Murtaza. He's decided to take on the responsibility of trying and stemming the flow of runs here. The easiest way to do that is to pick up wickets. The bowling left arm around the wicket. This is good. Starts off with one coming in with the arm. Anshuman Rat there at point. Scored a brilliant 44 at the top of the order. Fell 6 runs short of his sixth T20i 50. Going for a big six over cow corner. In the end, just falling short and going straight down the throat of that fielder out there. Yasim Murtaza. Oh, this is beautifully played. Good use of the depth of the crease. Rocks back, goes a bit leg side-ish, plays it inside out, over covers. Good, smart batting from Prashant Kurup to bring up a boundary.
Let's have a quick look at that. There's a fielder in. He just managed to clear the fielder, and that's a good thinking. Instead of going leg side, we went offside. 4 runs to Prashant.
Yasim Murtaza, how's he going to come back? Fuller in length. Just keeping Prashant Kurup guessing. Well, in the context of the game, just the 4 runs off the first 3 deliveries, that boundary ball. It was a manufactured shot from Prashant Kurup.
The ball comes back in, goes straight to the extra cover fielder. A very sensible bowling by Yasim here. He's a captain. He's been in this situation multiple times, and he knows what he's doing. And he is looking to get a wicket. A flighted delivery goes straight to the bowler. Back to back dot balls, adding pressure. Just 4 runs came in this over, not anything more. Really a sensible bowling by Yasim here. He is bowling under the power play. That's really impressive. A flighted delivery. Again, a good shot over the extra covers for an excellent boundary. 4 runs for Prashant. Let's look at the Bahrain's batting card. Asif Ali is out, quite unlucky, and Prashant is playing really well for his 16 of 19 balls. Imran Javed giving a good partnership for Prashant, scored 7 of 4 balls. Extras been bowled by seven extras have been bowled by the team. Hong Kong China, total 31 for 1.
Right, Shukla to bowl his third. Was very close to the off stump. Aish Shukla is wondering what he has to do to pick up a wicket here. That was the closest he's come.
Let's look at the replay here. The ball was very close to the off stump and a hand on his head. Oh my goodness, I just missed the bails. That was a feeling from Aish.
Good bowling from Ayush Shukla. He's into his third over. Hong Kong China are hoping that he can pick up a wicket here. Just bring the momentum of the power play back in their favor. That's hit straight. It was very strongly hit by Imran Javed. Ayush Shukla did well to get a hand to it, and having done so, I feel he should have held on to it. It was a tough chance. Those are never easy when the batter hits it full blooded straight back in your direction. You have very little reaction time. Ayush Shukla, I think the survival instinct's kicking in. Would have been an important wicket of Imran Javed, who's looking to be aggressive here in the power play, trying to get Bahrain off to a good start where they can coast for the rest of the innings or the run chase. The run rate well and truly in check. Looked into the leg side for another single. Well, Hong Kong, China will be looking for wickets. That's the only way they're going to stem the flow of runs.
It's a good thinking that the captain brought Ayush back to bowl his third over because his numbers are very good and he's a wicket taker actually. So a couple of times the opportunities went very close. A nice delivery again, but down the leg side there are protections there. Short fine leg, short square leg, backward point, gully. Everyone is placed. Nice bowling by Ayush here. Just only one run conceded. Couple of balls left in his over. The run rate is pretty strong on Bahrain's point of view. 7.29. It's a very solid run rate they have, and 6.07 is what required in each over. Oh, very good bowling. The ball goes to the mid wicket. There is a protection. Couple of runs. Can they make it? Yes, of course. A good running between the wickets by Prashant and Imran Javidia. Not a bad bowling by Ayush at all. The ball most of the time comes back in this time. So it's a pretty good thinking. It's confusing the batters. And good to see that Shukla has that ability to swing back in and going out of the batter both. Something like very interesting. One ball left. Full delivery. Ball played straight to the long off area. One run. And he finished his over, third over. Just 15 runs came in this first 3 overs. 5 runs per over. After 5 overs, 37 for one Bahrain. End of 5 overs, Bahrain scored 37 for one. And his son, the champion bowler who bowled the power play the last time, picked up 2 wickets without scoring, without giving any single. His bowling is first ball. It's played straight to Prashant, played straight, one run. And with that said, I'd like to invite Aryan, my co commentator, to the com box. Hi, Aryan. Tell about the game.
Thanks, Amin Bhai. Imran Javed, 9 of 7 deliveries, is out there for only one reason, and that is to do exactly this. He's gone over extra cover. Managed to come back for a second though. Imran Javed, generally a bowling all rounder. Been sent up the order. They've changed the batting order today, which is an interesting move. Sent Imran Javed at number 3, and I've asked him to just utilize the power play here. Consider him as a slogger, if you may.
Very good shot. Played between the fielders. Wonderful boundary. A good one for Imran Javidia. Cut shot. Excellent timing. And you hardly see Ehsan give boundaries.
As we have a look at this again, slightly wide outside the off stump, and Imran Javed says thank you very much. Mid off inside the circle, the entire offside inside the circle. So all he needs to do is get it into the gap. He does better than that. Oh, that's beautifully bowled this time. No room given, but still a single taken. This last over of the power play is proving to be expensive. Already 8 runs of it. China in desperate need of wickets. Last ball of the power play. Once again, quick single taken. 9 runs off the over at the end of the power play. Bahrain going well at 46 for 1.
Yes, certainly, Aryan. They're going really well. After 6 overs, the run rate is looking so solid, 7.67, and the required run rate is keep getting lower and lower. It's less than six now, and things are looking very good for Bahrain, chasing that 126. And Hong Kong, China is trying their best to get a wicket from here, and it's not happening. But there'll be the captain Yasim is quite smart, street smart to bring the new bowlers in, and this time he brought himself in.
Yeah, it's changing ends here. Jasim Murtaza. Ayush bowled the 3 overs, bowled well, although couldn't get a wicket. Man of the match in the previous game, Ayush there. This time, he's gone wicketless in his 3 overs. Jasim Murtaza comes back, gave away 2 boundaries in his last over. This over will be looking to come back better at the end of the power play. Hong Kong China in desperate need of a wicket here. Have to buy a wicket somehow. Prashant going well, 22 of 24, giving good support. That's cut away behind square. Slight misfield there. And they come back for a second. Prashant settles for 2. His partner there, Irman Javed, wanted a third. Yasim Murtaza, a very smart and canny bowler. Know exactly what these batters are looking to do and how to tackle it. Slower there, driven in the gap for a single. This is this is the phase of the game that will decide how this game goes. A wicket here would definitely put the brakes in the scoring rate. If these two batters manage to continue for another 4 to 5 overs, we could have a winner on our hands. Beautifully bowled there by Yasim Murtaza. Sharp turn. And Imran Javed looking to go straight and leg side mostly will definitely have to take this turn into account when he's looking to play his shots.
A flighted delivery goes straight to the wicket, almost close, but managed to tuck the ball. No runs given this time. Asim slowly bringing the momentum back to his team. He's a very smart operator and thinker. 2 balls left in this over. Flighted delivery again going back to the batter. One quick run taken, no one at the short square leg. Easy runs for them. So 1 ball left. Just 4 runs given in this over. They're chasing just 5+ runs an over. So not a problem for Bahrain to pick singles and doubles at this moment. Last ball of Yasim's over. Ball goes straight to the fielder. No runs taken. End of his second over. End of 7 overs. 50 for 1 Bahrain.
Hassan Khan will continue at a tough over in the power play. These two batters going well so far. Brought up the 50 for their side. Hassan Khan will be happy that he's bowling after the power play now. First over considered 9 runs. Bowling to 5-4 leg side field, so he'll have to be on the stumps. And there's an appeal for a stump in there, but I think his bat was outside the crease, but his foot might have just been inside.
Look at the replay here. It's a very close one. Umpire said not out. Ball also the stem and completely missed, and quite lucky that he escaped that one. It's a very close one.
Yeah, it's well bowled once again. Hassan. Start with 2 dot deliveries. This is what they need. few dot deliveries here and there. Imran Javed is definitely going to take charge over here. He's going to look to go big. Yet another dot delivery, so it's a good start to the over 3 dots.
And look at that, Arya. The asking rate is slightly going up. Before it was less than six. Now it's moving away from upwards towards six. And something, a good job by Isan. What a good shot. And just above the point fielder. Can it go for a boundary? Yes, it is. When Isan was putting pressure on the bowler, on the batter. And what a good thinking by Imran Javed here. A much needed boundary for Bahrain. Keep the momentum.
Yeah, I was slightly lucky there. Ekes an outsider just over the fielder there at wide third man. Isaz there. Valiant effort, but not to be.
What a great shot that one. Ball went all the way out into the extra cover bar. Six. Over and up and handsome over the extra covers. Superb shot by Imran Javed. Back to back boundaries. 10 runs added to the scoreboard. And that released the pressure.
Yeah, we talked about how he was going to take the charge here and slightly overpitched, and he said, "Thank you very much. I'm going to deposit this over long off for a maximum." So last delivery of the over 10 runs already, and glances it behind for a quick single. It's an expensive over. The main bowler has been taken to the cleaners so far. 8 overs done. Bahrain 61 for 1.
The match looks like one sided now because they have lost only one wicket the first 8 overs. And look at the batting card of Bahrain here. Two solid performances by Prashant Kurup and Imran Javed, 25 and 28, has stole the show. And Asif Ali quite unlucky to get to run out. Apart from that, everything is going good for Bahrain here. They need just 66 runs from 12 overs, less than 6 runs to chase. And Yasim is back to bowl his third over. And Izan was quite expensive, which was quite unusual. Normally he bowls really well. And Naki, off spinner Yasim to Prashant. A very good bowling. Keeping the ball stump to stump, bringing the ball back in, asking questions to the batters. Looks like Bahrain is under full control, but Hong Kong, China trying the best. Asim, a flighted delivery, ball goes straight to the fielder. One quick run taken.
It's Yasim Murtaza trying to bury his pace, just slowing it up on the odd occasion, just looking to buy a wicket here. He's turning the ball really well. And I think Imran Javed will look to take charge here, or will he? No, he's not. He's playing very, very smartly at the moment. He's picking his bowler. Three
Think,
deliveries, three singles.
things are looking solid for Bahrain here. 64 for 1. Prashant and Imran Javed are putting a great show. And this is finals. Whoever wins this competition will be considered a champion. And very consistent performance by Bahrain. A good shot played to the mid long on area for 1 run. Easy pickings. They didn't waste any ball here. Every single ball have been converted to singles. 4 singles consecutively taken. Kasim is trying his best to attack the batters.
I think the skipper there made an interesting call. Amar bin Nasir. Usually the opening batsman Fiaz is not opening today, and he sent Asif Ali, which backfired actually. Asif Ali got run out for just a single run. but then he decided to send in an oh, that's slightly quicker. Once again, yet another single. Slight misfill there. We'll keep it down to just a single. He decided to send Imran Javed to hit them big right in the number 3 position. And so far, so good. It's worked really well. Is it two fours and two sixes in his innings of 31 of just 24 deliveries. 9 overs done. Bahrain 66 for 1.
That's a very good, very valid point and good point noted by you, Aryan. And instead of he sent Imran Javid up the order to take the attacking approach against the Hong Kong China bowlers, and he already noticed that Izan is a uh, right arm bowler, like off spinner. Anyone who takes on him should be powerful because he's a slow bowler. You need a powerful hitter in the middle to bring those runs because this is a very massive game for them to win this game. And the target is a tricky one. If you score high in the upfront, then it's easy for you to chase it down. So this is the 10th over. Atikul is back.
Yeah, I think the whole idea behind that was he's your low order batter. He usually bats at number 7, number 8. So you want to give him the power play where he can utilize that restriction, and he's done exactly that. He's done that to good effect. But to do that in a final when you've played the entire tournament with a similar sort of a batting lineup is a very bold decision, and it's turned out really well so far. As Atikul Rahman was expensive in his first over, he's come back for his second. Prashant, on the other hand, has given him good support throughout the tournament. He's played really well. He's got himself quite a few starts, and it's chipped over. Extra cover. It's going away to the boundary. They were dominating this game already, and now they're looking well and truly in the driver's seat to finish this game quickly.
What a good shot that one. Excellent execution from Prashant Guru. Extra cover boundary is very strong in that area. 31 of 30 balls. Super better.
Yeah, they cool. Expensive first over, second over, also slightly expensive start here. It's been slightly too full, and it's paid the price for it. This is much better, but then we've already got the 5 runs of the over, so they're not going to do anything extra. Just rotate the strike. Hong Kong China would dearly have loved a few extra runs there. 15 extra runs would definitely help the cause. Chasing 140 in a final, never easy. At this point, 126. It's a few runs short.
It's a very good bowling. It's a quick one taken by the Bahraini batters. There is an appreciation given by Imran Javid to Prashant. But they're not wasting any single runs here. They keep running. They understand single is very important while he chased 126. The 2 balls left in Atikul's over. A very good delivery. Played straight over the bowler's head for 1 run. Didn't apply much pressure, much power to the shot. So just a chip shot for the bowler's head, 1 run. Pretty smart batting by both these batters. 1 ball to go before the drinks. Very well bowled to end this second over, Atikul. And end of the 10 overs, the drinks is called off. And we'll join you shortly. Thank you so much.
are being had on the field as Amin takes a short break, well deserved break in the call box. I, Bobby Reina, will be bringing you the remaining 10 overs as we take a quick look at the worm. The Bahraini worm is cruising leaps and bounds above Hong Kong, China, and that is mainly due to the lack of wickets that have fallen for Bahrain. They've been able to maintain a good, steady flow of runs in this run chase of 127, which is the target set by Hong Kong. China, after they won the toss, Bahrain looking very calm and composed out there in the middle. This partnership between Prashant Kurup and Imran Javed worth 73 runs after Asif Ali was run out with the score on one. And since then, it's been smooth sailing for Bahrain. They've mixed aggression with caution, these two, both sharing the load, batting on 33 apiece. Imran Javed slightly ahead on the strike rate. Anas Khan comes in after the drinks in an attempt to break this partnership, and he does just that as it's hit straight to Babar Hayat. Well, Anas Khan wasting no time, striking with his very first delivery. Delight for Hong Kong, China as they break this partnership that was looking very ominous. And could this be a twist in the tail?
Yeah, I think that's a very, very important wicket here, right at a crucial juncture here. Bahrain were looking to boss this game and finish off in a hurry, but not to be. Prashant has played really, really well for his 33, but he'll have to leave it for someone else to do the remaining, to finish off the remaining runs.
Well, it is the capable Shoaib Ahmed who walks out to the middle. He's quite often in charge of rescue works for Bahrain. Goes in and troubled situations, has a very calming influence. Did that with the ball when the two left-handers were out there for Hong Kong, China. Now he's got to go out there and do it with the bat. Out as he joins Imran Javed, who's batting on 33. Also another person who did it with the ball and now is doing it with the bat. Aryan, this is tense times, although Bahrain are slightly ahead in this run chase. A couple of wickets here could see Hong Kong, China right back in the game.
Yeah, definitely. Another wicket here will definitely put Bahrain in trouble and would bring Hong Kong China back into this game. A good start for Anas Khan here, first delivery, getting a wicket.
Flighted full on the off stump, driven down to long off. Well, Hong Kong, China, well, they've got to roll the dice here. They've got to bring an extra fielder up in the circle. At the moment, Bahrain can just deal in singles and still get over the line. They've got plenty of overs to go. The run rate, no real concern. That's hit down the ground. It's high. It's handsome. And it is a mile past the boundary line. A massive six from Imran Javed of Anas Khan.
Let's have a look at this again. Slightly over pitch, and you know the batter always looking for that big shot, especially against the spinners. He's missed out there. Has the bowler Anas Khan there, slightly over pitch on the stumps, and you're looking for trouble. I have to agree with you that they need to They need to bring fielders in. Maybe not for Imran Javed, but for the new batter. He takes a single and gets himself off strike. It's an interesting move from the skipper Hammer. He decided to change the batting order today, and he's also decided that Fiaz Ahmed has not come in yet. With 2 wickets down, he's an opening batter, but he's yet to come. Not too sure what the reasoning for that might be because he was out there in the field for the entire 20 overs.
I think it's good proactive captaincy from Amir bin Nasir. He knew that it's not a very big score. So he sent Imran Javed out there to try and accelerate, and he's done just that, batting on 40 of 29.
Yeah, gets himself off strike or on strike for the next over. Imran Javed, after taking a 3 for, is now on his way to a half century. 11 overs done. Bahrain 84 for 2, needing only 43 in their remaining 9 overs.
The Bahrain dugout looking very calm. That is the think tank responsible for a lot of the strategies, the planning, and they've planned this one to perfection, or so it seems. Hong Kong, China need to pick up a wicket. They've turned to Nasrullah Rana. 43 runs required from the remaining 9 overs. Well, the required run rate under 5. No real concerns there for Bahrain. Hong Kong, China desperately needing wickets here. And I'll go back to the proactive captaincy of Amir bin Nasser and the Bahrain think tank. You mentioned Fayaz Ahmed, demoted, if we can call it that, from the opening position. And I think that's going to come in handy because he is a very capable batter. To have somebody like him still in the dugout, yet to go out to bat, and you just need 43 from 9. It'll give the likes of Imran Javed the confidence that he needs to continue in the aggressive nature that he's been batting, knowing that Fayaz Ahmed and the skipper himself, Ahmed bin Nasser, is still in the dugout. That's watchfully played down to third for a single. And yeah, Bahrain could just milk the singles here and then still get over the line. So something's got to happen here for Hong Kong, China. Perhaps bring in an extra fielder for Sohail Ahmed. Try and build a little bit of pressure. Maybe a couple of dot balls here and there. Keep Imran Javed at the non-strikers end for as long as possible. And then try and attack the new batter. At the moment, things are looking very easy for Bahrain. Tucked into the leg side. They'll pick up another single, possibly two. Yeah, they're coming back. There's a chance. Needs a direct hit. A good running between these two, Sohail Ahmed and Imran Javed. They ran that first run hard. In the end, Sohail Ahmed, with the fresher pair of legs, able to get back to the danger end without too much trouble. He was in, even if it was a direct hit. So this is good urgency with the running between the wickets from this pair. Imran Javed pulled out his 4 overs, picked up 3 wickets. Now with the bat is running hard. So an overall all-round effort from the man Imran Javed. Sohail Ahmed on strike right now, up against Nasrullah Rana. Short ball, good effort delivery. Well, could be a wide, but it's a good attempt. Now this will keep Sohail Ahmed guessing. What is he going to follow this up with, Aryan?
Yeah, I think this is the famous bouncer that he bowled that got us to a super over for Hong Kong, China, and which they ended up winning. He kept bowling slower deliveries in that last over and then followed it up with a surprise bouncer when 1 run was needed from the last delivery. Single taken once again. This could be a run out here. There's never a single there. As you can see, Nasrullah Rana, they are not happy with the effort. You have to see Imran Javed, 42 of 31 to go with his 3 for 19 in the first innings. Definitely a candidate for the player of the match if Bahrain are to get over the line here. He's played really, really well with both bat and ball. And he's running between the wickets, as you mentioned as well. It's been really good. Beautifully played behind square for yet another single. So the singles haven't stopped. They've come at a good rate. 5 runs already, 6 runs already, rather, off 4 deliveries in this over. It's 37 more runs needed from 8.2 overs. Got 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle, so easy singles are available on offer. And Sohail has been playing really, really well so far in this tournament. It's a good calming influence in the middle order. Ooh, looking to go big. It was an ambitious shot there, but only connected with thin air.
Yeah, we could take a look at that. We talked about Sohail Ahmed being a calming influence, a rush of blood there from him on that occasion. That's a big slog across that one. Misses it completely.
That's always the case. They always do the opposite of what the commentators talk about. Last delivery of this over coming up. It's been a good comeback from Nasrullah. 6 runs of it, and the dot ball to end it. 12 overs done. Bahrain 90 for 2. You have to say it's definitely time for the skipper to bring himself back on for his last over. Need a wicket right here. The game is slipping away.
Well, Anas Khan, the wicket taker, the other wicket coming by virtue of a run out. That also from Nasrullah Rana with the score on one. Since then, this partnership is worth 89. Going to look to attack the stumps of Sohail Ahmed, try and keep him on strike as much as possible. We've seen the destructive batting of Imran Javed against anything that's full. So they'll be happy with him at the non-strikers end. Beg your pardon, he's on strike at the moment. And goes after that one. Slower in pace from Anas Khan. So 2 dot deliveries to Imran Javed. Well, he's just got to maintain a little bit of clarity here. Bahrain are well in front. Another wicket here could just open the door slightly for Hong Kong China. Flighted full. It's uppish. It's just short of that fielder at short third. I believe that is Atikul Rahman. Well, the bat goes out of his hand. I think the bat went farther than the ball did.
Yeah, I think that's an accurate representation of that delivery. 2 dot balls. It threw it slightly wider. Anas Khan there trying to buy a wicket, and rightly so. So we have a look at this again. He threw it wider, tempting the batter to go after it and get to your half century if you want. And good bit of fielding in the end there by Atikul. Prevented a certain boundary. Good start to the over for Manas. Can he keep them down to yet another tight over here? Cut but straight to the fielder Baba Hayat. You know Imran Javed will not hold back, so if you put him under some pressure, he'll definitely look to go big and find himself a maximum to get out of trouble. Need to stop those to put some extra pressure. Single taken down to long off.
Well, can Anas Khan bowl a dot delivery here to keep Sohail Ahmed on strike for the next over?
Yeah, let's see how that goes. And single. No, it's not. It's a dot ball. So 2 runs off that over. Now, really love to see the left arm spinner, the skipper, bring himself back on from the other end here because things are getting away. And another big over here, and this game will be done and dusted in no time.
Well, you can see the building blocks for Bahrain looking very solidified and clumped up together. The fall of wickets in the first over and then in the 11th, ensuring that they're in a very strong position here heading into the last 6 overs of the run chase. They are well and truly ahead. And Hong Kong, China will need to pick up wickets here to make or bring the game back in their favor. And they've gone with Nasrullah Rana. So I'm guessing you'll have to wait a bit longer, Aryan. You did say you wanted your Yasin Murtaza, the skipper of Hong Kong, China. He obviously sees Nasrullah Rana as the best option to find a wicket here. He's going to be bowling to Sohail Ahmed. Oh, that is a short pitch delivery, hit straight back. A one-handed effort from Nasrullah Rana. Again, these chances are really tough when the batter's absolutely smashed it back in your direction. Your momentum is taking you one way.
As we have a look at this again, luck definitely going the way of Bahrain at the moment. We saw the edge not carrying in the last over, and now this half chance being put down. Never easy as a fast bowler off your own bowling. It was hit really hard.
He's batting on 44. He smashed that over point. There is a fielder there, but it's wide off him. He'll pick up another boundary as he gets to 48 of 37. Well, just 30 runs now required for Bahrain. And Imran Javed showing no signs of slowing down. If you give him width on the offside, he is going to look to punish, as he's done with anything off target. Sensible batting, controlled aggression. He's been very clear in thought with what he wants to do when he's been on strike. And that's enabled Bahrain to get to this position. It's a strong position. Short pitch delivery again, just straying down the leg side. Well, a few too many wides for a very mediocre total. Hong Kong, China can't afford these extras in comparison with Bahrain, who only bowled 2 extras throughout their entire innings and a couple of leg byes. Goes with a slower one, picks up a single. There's a chance, maybe not. Sohail Ahmed is very quick. The overthrow provides a second run, and with it, a 50 for Imran Javed. The dugout comes out of their seats to applaud this effort. It's been a phenomenal shift from Imran Javed. 3 wickets with the ball, and now 50 unbeaten of 38 deliveries. Congratulated by his partner from the other end. Sohail Ahmed raises his bat to the dugout. You see what it means to them.
Yeah, he can do no wrong today, as that brings up the 100 up for Bahrain as well. The skipper, after bowling really well here, Imran Javed has been given the bat in hand as well, and has done exactly what his skipper asked for. This is an expensive over. Once again, 8 runs already off it from Nasrullah Rana. I think things are definitely running away from the hands of Hong Kong, China. Begs the question, the skipper, who's been the best bowler so far in this tournament among the spinners, hasn't really been introduced into the attack for his final over rather. As Imran Javed just rotates the strike and says, I've got myself a 50, now I'm going to ensure I stay not out till the end and get my team over the line in this final. The last delivery of the over coming up. 9 runs off it already. Nasrullah Rana has already bowled a good bouncer. It's been slightly wide down the leg side. Now the slower delivery, and it's gone over mid off. And that's gone out the ground. Wouldn't matter if you have a long off or not. He's still going to hit it out the ground. And now just 20 runs needed from the last 6 overs as Sohail gets himself a boundary.
Well, that was very predictable. Back-to-back slow delivery. Sohail Ahmed was ready for it. He was almost down the track as he deposits that over long off. A beautiful looking maximum. Well, that's the story so far. Bahrain within smelling distance of this big finals of the Malaysia T20i Tri Series. They need 20 runs from the remaining 6 overs at a required run rate of just 3.33. And they've got plenty of wickets in hand to do it. Well, Hong Kong, China, well, things just haven't gone their way since the time of the toss. I mean, the toss was probably the only thing that went their way all day. And they've turned to Anas Khan. Off the toe end of the bat, probably not even getting anything on it. Well, Imran Javed, he'll want to finish things off, but more importantly, he'll want to be there in the end when his team gets over the line. Works a single down to point, so Ahmed will be very quick. Yeah, definitely sketching his name on the player of the match in this big finals here at the BAYUEMAS Oval. I think there's been a few other performances that have come close to the proximity of this, both with ball first and now with bat. Flighted down the ground, another single. So Sohail Ahmed, who's quietly worked his way to 14 of 11, has played second fiddle to Imran Javed, but it's an important role. It ensured that Bahrain did not lose any wickets in this run chase.
They're doing it smoothly at the moment, just with the singles. We talk about a single, and he's decided to go straight over the side screen for yet another maximum. He's hit quite a few out the ground today, none bigger than this one. Anas Khan once again on the stumps, looking to attack. What he did well in his last over was he was outside the off stump. This time looking to attack the stump, and he's paid the price.
Well, that is a massive, massive blow from Imran Javed. I think they're going to have to find a replacement for that ball. That is the third umpire, Mr. Rudy, or match referee. Umpire Kalidas will choose a like for like replacement as the ball will try and be retrieved. Well, 12 runs now required from 5.2 overs. For straighter, pulls the length back. Don't think Hong Kong China have learnt their lesson while bowling to Imran Javed. He's had again clarity in trying and punishing anything that's been full. This one down the pads from Anas Khan. 11 now required. One delivery here in the 15th over finishes with a dot. Well, Bahrain cruising towards the finish line with a score on 116 for 2 after 15 overs. They need a further 11 runs from 5 as I welcome to the comms. I mean, a very strong position, Bahrain. They've looked the part throughout this tournament from game one till the finals. They've had clear plans in place. They've gone out and executed them. and they find themselves 11 runs away from clinching the trophy. What do you make of the entire Bahrain setup and what they've achieved during this tournament, and more importantly, here in the finals?
Uh, thank you, Robert, and thank you for inviting me. And secondly, your point is very interesting because the one thing that comes to my mind when I'm thinking about Bahrain is the discipline and consistency. This is what they've done throughout this tournament, and either the batting department or bowling department, anything, they're very consistent.
Well, they've turned to Ayush Shukla, with just 10 runs now required. I'd like to see Hong Kong, China, well, just roll the dice, bring a couple of fielders in, maybe into catching cover or catching mid wicket. At the moment, Bahrain are just working the singles, and that's all they have to do. There you go again, a drop and a run. And yeah, to the point that you brought up, I mean, the discipline with bat, ball, and perhaps the one area where we can be slightly critical of Bahrain is their fielding. But even in that department, you can see they get full marks for effort when it comes to ground fielding and catching. Yes, they've made a few mistakes here and there, but in general, the effort from all their players has been pretty consistent. And here another single picked up. So Hong Kong, China just going through the motions here as Bahrain work their way in singles. 8 runs now required for a famous win here at the Biomass Oval of the Malaysia T20i Tri Series, which started on the 10th of March with 3 teams playing each other twice. And here today it was Bahrain that
Beautiful bowling by
stood up.
Ayush here, and as Robert said, it's been a fantastic tournament for both these teams. Actually, even Hong Kong, China have played really well in this series, and some of the crunchy moments they showed their temperament, skills, and big heart in the crunch situations. So they finally reached this finals, but quite unlucky that they couldn't finish it to their advantage. Gently played, glided backward point for 1 run, and things are looking pretty easy for Bahrain now. So just 7 runs needed, a six and single, or a couple of boundaries will wind up this game. And they are in 16th over. Maybe in another over or two, the match will be done. That's how it looks like.
Well, if they keep dealing in singles, yeah, probably another over and then some. But so El Ahmed is on strike for the final delivery.
Easily played to the offside for 1 run. They are looking for two. What a quick running! There was good thinking between these two batters. Running between the wicket has been superb since the ball one, chasing this target. 2 runs at the end of the over. Total 6 runs given by Ayush. Completed his 4 overs quota. After 16 overs, 122 for two and 5 runs away from winning.
Well, just touching on the quality of cricket that we've had over the week of this tournament. Hong Kong, China have 2 of their batters up amongst the top run getters, Zishan Ali, and number 1 is Anshuman Rath, who's got over 200 runs in this tournament. Unfortunately for them today, um, Zishan Ali was out early. Oh, that is a beautiful delivery from Yasin Murtaza, the skipper of Hong Kong, China. A little too late.
Look at the replay here. A flighted delivery. Ball lands, missed everything. Keeper bails and everything. Quite lucky.
Well, if Yasin Murtaza does that again, Imran Javed is going to go big ahead right on cue. He goes back to what's been working for him. Yasser Murtaza just a little bit smarter on that occasion, keeping the line just slightly outside the off stump. Imran Jad will be looking to finish this off with one blow. Works a single instead. Sohail Ahmed is quick. You can see that. Imran Javed acknowledging the effort from Sohail Ahmed. There's 4 runs now required. Sohail Ahmed can finish it with one strike.
A flighted ball, a big sweep, and the ball goes sailing past the mid wicket. And what a winning shot that was! The match is done. 6 runs. Bahrain have won convincingly this game.
There you have it. High fives all around for Bahrain. Commiserations to Hong Kong, China. Well, things not working for them here at the Biomass Oval. And that man, Imran Javed, well, recognized by both teams, I think, as the standout performer here today in the big finals of the Malaysia T20i Tri Series of 2025. A comprehensive, convincing win for Bahrain. Hong Kong, China. You'll have to feel for them. They tried everything. Unfortunately, it just didn't click. Keep going back to that man on screen, Imran Javed and Sohail Ahmed, to finish things off for Bahrain. Sohail Ahmed hitting the winning runs with a massive, massive six. What a way to finish the big finals. Bahrain have won it by 8 wickets.
Excellent, excellent performance, execution, disciplined performance by Bahrain, and in the bowling department by Ali Dawood, and they have Rizwan and all the spinners like Amjad. Everyone performed really well for Bahrain in this game, and also the batters today. Imran Javed stole the show, single-handedly scored a huge runs, maximum runs to cross 126 runs for Bahrain, and this is going to be a great thing.
Well, a commanding win for Bahrain, courtesy of a lot of players putting their hands up. We take a quick look at what transpired here this morning after Hong Kong China won the toss and chose to bat first. They could only get 126. Anshuman Rat, the leading run scorer of the tournament, getting 44 of 32. Saeed getting 24 of 25, and Nasrullah Rana towards the tail end there, stitching together a partnership, ensuring that Hong Kong China got at least a decent total. Well, as you can see, the scenes in your background, Bahrain are absolutely ecstatic. They celebrate this win, a commanding performance with the ball, and then even more commanding performance with the bat, courtesy of one man who stole the show here today. That is Imran Javed, getting past a unbeaten 50. And there you go. They'll pose for the cameras. They'll celebrate this win, while just ensuring that Bahrain regain some momentum as we take a look at that. Imran Javed, 61 of 51 deliveries unbeaten. Prashant Kurup provided some much needed impetus at the top of the order, 33 of 33 for him. Sohail Ahmed there just coming and playing a calming influence, rotating the strike, getting himself to 24 as Imran Javed blasted his way towards finishing off that innings. Anas Khan picking up the 1 wicket. Ihsan Khan not able to pick up a wicket. Well, unfortunately, the only other wicket that came Hong Kong China's way was a run out with the score on 1. And since then, Bahrain have just cruised towards victory. And that's it. Bahrain have won the big finals by 8 wickets. But that's it from the Combox here. Amin and myself will be signing off. Don't go anywhere. The post-match presentation will be brought to you by Aryan in just a bit. Thank you for joining us. Bobby Rayner signing off. And Amin.
Thank you.
Hello everyone and a warm welcome to the presentation ceremony of the Malaysia T20i Open 2025. So this was the final between Malaysia and Hong Kong, and what a performance put up today by Bahrain, and they have ended up winning this tournament. So the toss was won by Hong Kong China and they elected to bat first, and they ended up putting 126 runs for the loss of 5 wickets, with Anshuman Rath scoring 44. And on the bowling front, Imran Javed from Bahrain took 3 for 19 in his 4 overs. In return, Bahrain made short work of the chase, winning by 8 wickets inside 17 overs, with Imran Javed once again with the bat, 61 or 51, not out. So before we move on to the awards, I'd like to have a chat with Yasim Murtaza, the captain of Hong Kong. Yasim bhai, tough luck today. You won the toss, you elected to bat first. The conditions, as we could see, the pitch was slightly wet. Do you think that made a difference?
To be honest, there's nothing wrong with the pitch. We lost a lot of wicket in the power play, so that's why we won't utilize that momentum to the end of the inning.
Yeah, in the end, I think you played really well throughout the tournament. And any words on your players? You have Anshuman Rath with 200 plus runs, and a few of the others also chipped in at various stages in the tournament.
Yeah, as we all know, and she is most experienced batter in our team. So he done his job really well. So we are really happy for him. Apart from that, yes, we need to work on few more things individually to get a better team.
You've played really well throughout the tournament. Congratulations on making it to the final, and tough luck today.
Thank you. And credit goes to BAHRAIN. They played way better than cricket us. They played way better than cricket with us. So congratulations.
Yeah, that's good. Congratulations to Bahrain. And that was the captain of Hong Kong China, Yasim Murtaza. Moving on, we'll talk to the Bahrain captain, Ahmad bin Nasir. Ahmad bhai, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Losing the toss, batting first, were you happy with that? Bowling first?
Yeah, we are happy with that because in the first over, it's just a little bit difficult for the batsman. So yeah, it's a good decision for us.
So I would assume that if you won the toss, you'd have bowled first.
Yeah.
126 on this wicket. Do you think it was chaseable, or did your batters bat really, really well?
Yeah, we thought that time we restrict to 120, 130. That would be chaseable for us.
Yeah, and we saw during the group stages you had a set betting lineup. Today you amended it a bit, sending out Imran Javed at number 3. Any particular reasons for that on such a big game?
Yeah, but as you know, in the final there is a pressure game. So we just knew about the game. So we just one experiment with the Imran. He did it before. So we just go with Imran today.
Yeah, I think that was a really, really good call, and it worked out for you in the end.
Yeah.
So congratulations. I won't take too much of your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That was the captain of Bahrain, Amr bin Nasir. Moving on to the man of the match. Before I announce the man of the match, I'd like to invite Mr. Ramani on stage to give the man of the match award, and no prizes for guessing. It goes to Imran Javed, 3 for 19 and 61 of 51 deliveries. Congratulations, Imran bhai.
Yes.
Congratulations, Imran bhai.
Thank
Performance with both bat and ball, 3 for 19 and 61 not out. Final game here, and the pressure was really high. First of all, we'll talk about your batting. You were promoted to number 3 in such a crucial game. Did you have any pressure?
There was no pressure. There was a captain's decision to promote me, and the plan was to take advantage of the power play, and that's what I did.
Yeah, I think
Alhamdulillah.
you took advantage in the power play and after the power play as well. So congratulations on that. Let's talk a bit about your bowling. Throughout the tournament, you've had good performances. You had one off game where you gave 36 runs in your 4 overs.
Yeah.
Did you have any pressure coming into this game with the ball?
When you have plan, you don't have any pressure. Plan was simple to bowl on right line and lengths and wait for the batsman to make the mistake. And that's what they did. I got the wickets.
And any comments on the rest of your teammates, the 4 fast bowlers that you guys
I
have?
think the bowlers overall bowled really well throughout the tournament. Ali, Rizwan, and Abdul Majid, especially the spin bowlers, he kept on the pressure on the batsman, and overall we bowled really well. I'm very happy with the performance.
Congratulations, and I won't take much of your time. Congratulations,
Thank
and
you so much.
go and enjoy this.
Thank you.
So that was the man of the match, Imran Javed. We'll now move on to the individual awards for the tournament. We'll start with the best batter, Anshuman Rath. 204 runs in 5 games at a strike rate close to 130. Just take your photo first. Yeah. So congratulations on winning the best batter of the tournament. But tough luck today in the finals, and I'd like to ask you, how was the wicket today early on?
Yeah, it was all right. I think it was a bit on the slower side, but no demons in it. I thought Bahrain bowled really well. I thought they've been bowling really well throughout the entire week. So yeah, I mean, they put pressure on us, and we couldn't handle it.
Yeah, and you guys had a decent batting side, but the partnership at the top has always been firing. And what words do you have to say about your partner as well?
Yeah, he's been fantastic. You know, he's someone who's always performed. You know, when it needs to be done, and for him to get the call up, opening the batting, and you know, score the runs that he has is fantastic. It definitely takes a lot of pressure off me as well, given the starts that he's given us.
And what sort of mindset do you keep when you go into bed out there? Like, do you try to take the attack to the bowlers straight away?
Yeah, I mean, it's just see ball, hit ball, really. You know, I worked hard with the coaching staff over December, trying to improve my game in certain aspects, and it's nice to see it paying off.
And lastly, how has this experience helped you and improve as a cricketer?
Yeah, I mean, it's always great to play in Malaysia. It's such a fantastic facility you guys have here, and you know, the weather's been really good as well. You know, with tough competition as well, playing against Bahrain and Malaysia, and you know, today the better team won, but we'll see them again for sure.
As a good spirit to have. Congratulations once
Thank
again.
you. Thanks.
Thank you so much. That was Anshuman Rath, the best batter of the tournament. Moving on to the best bowler of the tournament with 10 wickets in 5 games at an economy just over 6 runs and over. Once again, Imran Javed. So congratulations, 10 wickets in 5 games at an economy of just 6 runs and over. How has this experience actually helped you become a better bowler throughout this tournament?
It was great, you know. When I came to this tournament, I didn't think about think to become a best bowler. I just wanted to bowl on the plan what was given with the management, and you know, eventually I got the wickets.
And how do you adapt to bowling on wickets that are more suited to slow bowling and spin bowling?
I think these were good bowling, good wickets to bowl early on with the new ball. These are good wickets too. It seems a bit early, so it helps.
Yeah, I think you got some help early on with the new ball. Congratulations and good luck for your future as well.
Thank you so much.
So that was Imran Javed, the best bowler of the tournament. Now we move on to the player of the series with 132 runs, 3 wickets and 2 man of the match performances. Asif Ali. Asif bhai, congratulations. All-round performance from you with the bat, with the ball and in the field as well. How do you feel about this performance and how do you feel about your team as well?
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, we have won this tournament and thanks to Almighty. And Hong Kong has also played good cricket and overall it's a good tournament and we enjoy it.
Yeah, you've had performances with both bat and ball. Which one do you prefer more? And after this tournament, what is your plan moving forward?
Yeah, our plan is simple. We have to play good cricket, and in this tournament we have played also good cricket. So we want to continue this performance.
Batting or bowling, which one do you prefer?
Batting, definitely. I'm a batter. Thanks.
So you're batting all-rounder. Congratulations for winning the Player of the Tournament award. Now we'll move on to the moment you've all been waiting for. The winner of the Malaysia T20i Open 2025. So we're going to have the runner-up first, Hong Kong, to get their medals first. And can we have one player at a time get their medals? Congratulations. Thank you.
Baca di teda seraze, baca. Chui biar buat deh. Biar teh.
Who's the Hong Kong players here? Disappointed not to have been on the winning side today, but they've played their hearts out and ended up runners-up of this tournament. Now we move on to the winners of the Malaysia T20i Open 2025, the Tri-Series. We'll start with the medals first. Can we have one player at a time collecting your gold medals before we move on to the trophy? Congratulations to Bahrain once again. Congratulations. And the support staff also collecting their medals. They've done hard work behind the scenes and they deserve these medals as well. So congratulations to the entire Bahrain team and the country. I would like to call upon the captain of Bahrain, Amr, to come and collect the winning trophy from Mr. Ramani. Congratulations, Amr, and you can be joined by the rest of your teammates. have emerged champions of the Malaysia Tri-Series 2025. So congratulations to Bahrain. They're the well-deserved winners of this Tri-Series. And you can see a lot of individual awards as well in there. They'll be a very, very happy side to have ended champions. And that's it from the presentation. Thank you so much.